Straight Talk Society. This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor.
Because the ladies from Pour Your Heart Out
no topic
will be over
is
here
off
to
limits.
join the panel.
Plus, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus, you're nuts with touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't
The
insane.
MMA brothers, Bones and Zay, have pre and post shows to the MMA shows, and I am your host, Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you something. Facial hair is not apostolic. However you want to cut it, it's compromise. I don't care if your leader says you can wear a beard, honey. Beard's nothing more than pride. You're not going to be dipped in Holy Ghost oil and run around looking like the world.
Oh, I love throwing that in there. Real quick, I am back on Facebook. I guess they took me out of jail. I was able to connect the channel back. Those of you on Facebook, make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
And also on Mondays, 6 o'clock, tune in to the same channel for Man Talk Monday. Trust me, you ain't got nothing better to do. Even if you think you do and you tune into that show, you're going to realize, oh, man,
okay,
I've been missing this.
Yeah. Because this is why you need me.
Once you listen to that, drop a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel because you're hard-headed, go ahead and subscribe to it
They
now.
are goofy.
And when you listen to that, if you haven't subscribed, you're going to want to subscribe. And then you're going to want to go back through the archives. And you're going to want to catch up on all your Man Talk Mondays. And then you might be able to find a few Bible debates in there.
That's what I'm going to say. Tape His Politics is on Tuesday.
Vancat, Mike, MD, and Ricardo do such a fantastic job with that. That's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
My position is impregnable. You can't do it.
If that doesn't fancy your boat,
yeah, Wrestling with Reality on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, acknowledge.
We have the return of Straight Talk Therapy sessions with the one and only Dr. Mia. So y'all be sure and tune into that.
And then you got the Bible debates on Thursdays.
So yeah, man, lock in with the Straight Talk Society, man, because you won't regret it, and we appreciate it. Also, milk coming out too. Look out for the merch. And if y'all can be so kind as to subscribe to the channel, it's only $1.99 a month. With all this premium content that we pushing out, it's definitely worth it. It just helps provide the channel with a resource to give y'all even better content, as if it can get better, right? But just go ahead and show us some love. We would be greatly appreciative.
The Straight Talk Society. We will not go over that 2.5 hour mark. So, Mike, you ain't got no shirt on, right?
I never have clothes on, bro.
But I'm saying you like right on the like crazy.
My bad. I don't like clothes, bro. Anybody that knows me, my fault.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition, exclusively here on the Straight Talk with Trevor network. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. This is a network, but before I begin, shout out to the greatest moderator in the business, Keela, Ricardo. I already see Mango Mike in the back, just waiting for my other two co-hosts, but y'all know how I do it. Before we get into tonight's show, Man Talk Monday, which is going to be tremendous, and we do have a guest dropping by the show tonight. Some of you may be wondering, hey, why does he look like a douchebag? Why does he have on sunglasses inside the house? So the craziest thing happened to me Saturday night after our Bible debates. Y'all haven't checked out those Bible debates. Like like seriously, what are you doing? Those things, those Bible debates are more lit sometimes than Man Talk Monday. That's what I tell you. Like it is crazy the way those guys get off on those Bible debates. But After the debate, and I'm doing the poll, I'm getting the polls ready and things like that, my eyes started itching. So, I'm just, scratching my eyes. I got these big eyes. So I'm just scratching my eye just to make sure. And like not even 10 minutes later, both eyes swole shut. Like my daughter came in here and she was crying. She was scared. She thought she was like, you got to go to the hospital and this and that. It's happened before where my eye like closed down some, but never both of them to close completely shut. That was the crazy part of it that happened to me. And so that happened Saturday night. So you're like, dang, Trevor, why you got the glasses on? Because they're not healed 100% yet. And the last thing I'm going to do is give any of my haters any reason to say that somebody got me, because they didn't. My eyes, I must have had an allergic reaction to something and it completely messed me up. So my eyes are still, they're not closed anymore. I was able to go to work and everything fine. They're just really, really puffy. So I look kind of like, hey, I'm gonna just say it, I look like a Chinaman almost. So they're kind of closed down, kind of chingy eye and stuff like that. So that's why I have the glasses on, because you guys know I always keep my camera on. If the glasses annoy me, which it probably is, I'm probably just going to turn my camera off so I can take my glasses off. Another thing, yesterday was the 1 year anniversary. Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary since I hit the go live button on this channel. 1 year ago yesterday was the 1 year anniversary on when I decided to leave the other channel and come do my own thing. And I have never looked back since, and I loved every minute of it. The team over here has been fantastic. We're building something great over here. It is amazing. The first show that we ever did was the UFC show where we previewed the return of John Jones. So when the Straight Talk Society blows up huge and you ask that history question, what was the first show ever streamed live on the Straight Talk Society? It was a UFC show. It wasn't even called the MMA Brothers yet. I don't even think it was called Straight Talk MMA. I just think we called it like the UFC show or some craziness like that. But it was the John Jones versus Cyril Gahn. That was the first live we did over here. And then 4 days later on my birthday, which my birthday is coming up this Thursday, then I did the official, I think it was titled like my introduction. If I'm not mistaken, it was entitled My Introduction to YouTube, which I'd been on YouTube for a while, just commenting on chats and things like that, but never doing my own thing where it strictly was up to me, where I foot the bill for everything, and it was just like, hey, we're gonna sink or swim with you. And I just say I may do a birthday live. Oh, look at that, Key. That's why Keela's the best. You see what I'm saying? All I gotta do is say it and she posts it. Like it just works that easy. It's that simple. It is literally that simple. I just say it and she posts it. But I did the birthday live. If I'm not mistaken, Keela actually came up on that panel that day. Yeah, she absolutely came on that panel. I think her connection was a little shaky, but she did come on that panel. So it was just crazy, man. 1 year later, we're building something over here. Like everything that we do over here is insane. I've learned a lot. I've learned what works. I've learned what doesn't work. I learned what people like. I learned what I like and not to care what people like. But in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, which I play every birthday, I did, and I will always continue to do it my way. It will always be done my way. And then that's just as simple as I could put it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, this Straight Talk Society bears my entire image on it. And this is my baby, you know what I mean? So that's why I only surround myself with certain people That's why you can't be a moderator on this channel if you've never been to my house. Like literally, that's one of the rules to being a moderator on this channel. You had to have been to my house. With the rare exception of like MD and Kev. I think those are the only two that have never been to my house, or stuff like that. So it's just, I mean, that's just how it is. So it's I don't care. I've said from the beginning, and I mean that, and I have proven I do not want the crowd that everybody has. Just does not. I don't care about anybody else's crowd. I don't want the same watchers that everybody have. I am perfectly content with us building a new audience, just because what we do over here, I think, is second to none. There's not a show better on Mondays than what you're getting ready to see, and that's Man Talk Monday. But you know how black people are. Kevin Wayne late. Mike's already in the back, so we're gonna get started soon. But there was one other thing confirmed today. Finally, it's coming back. It is finally coming back. April 12th. I know people have been reaching out to me, asking me, hey, what's going on? Has there been a fallout and things like that? No, absolutely no fallout. People get real busy in real life. Speaking of being busy in real life, I'm a married man with a child. I'm going to limit my access. I'm going to limit the access that people have to me. Everybody can't get access to me. Like, as far as even when we're setting up the Bible debates and stuff, my office hours are only on Tuesday for that. And I'm only going to give you like a window between like 6 and 9 p.m. That's it. Everybody can't have access to me. You can't. That 1 second. That continuous pipeline that we always had, you can't do that because it's too draining on me. It's too draining. We do so many shows over here, and I'm pulled from here to here to here to here, and I got to do production on everything. Things have to be done the way that I want them, and we're setting up other stuff. Everybody can't have access to me. They just can't. So it is what it is. Anything that's biblical show related, my office hours are from Tuesday, 6 p.m. to like 9 p.m. And that's the best that I could do. We'll get on our calls then. We'll set things up then. And that's how it's going to be. Everybody can't have access to me. They just can't. Because if I give, and we're going to talk about it tonight, if I give everything of myself away, then I got nothing to give to the two most important people in my life. And, you know, then I failed as a man. So we can't do that. But there is a return. I talked about it, but before I got sidetracked, because I get sidetracked real easy. She's coming back, y'all. There ain't been no fallout. We've been chatting behind the scenes. April 12th, the good doctor is back. We just confirmed it today. Straight Talk therapy sessions will return April 12th. I got it set for like 7:30, probably be more like 8, but the good doctor returns and we will be back with the Straight Talk therapy sessions. Now, how often it's going to be, I got no idea, but you know, nevertheless, rest assured, we are back with the Straight Talk therapy sessions. Dr. Mia reached out to me today and she threw out the date. So it's her date. So that's where we are on that. So with all that being said, okay, Wayne's in the building. I don't know where young Kev is, but hey, it's 2 or 3 of us. We all good. Let's get into it. I thought Kev would be here because we're going to need somebody to save these first people that we got on the story. But hey, Kev, wherever you are, hit that link. Back on the other side with what y'all came to see. And that's Man Talk Monday, exclusively here on the Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fast to see my adversaries buried in the street. Come take
Man Talk Monday.
Yeah.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
Oh my goodness, we are back at full strength. What is up, Straight Talk Society? Y'all do me a favor. Y'all make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way in the building. And as I'm talking, that's why I know that what we're doing is so fantastic. One of my trolls sent me a message and said that somebody beat me up because I allowed Reginald Young to talk about their pastor. They love me over here, and it is fantastic to be loved. If I wasn't still getting over the cold, I would hit a couple of notes, but nevertheless,
To be loved.
so Michael hit it for me. Young Kev in the building. What's up, Kev?
Sakpase boys, what's up, chat?
I guess whatever you just said. And the Black Lion himself, Mr. Manosphere, Captain Manosphere. What's up, Wayne?
What up, fellas? Everybody in the chat, what's happening?
Hey, Wayne. We might be joined by B Slack tonight. I don't know. He said he gonna come through.
Yeah, okay. Is that the other dude that was on the
No. Barry Slack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ain't want to say his whole name, but you forced me to say it. Who else you know got the last name Slack?
I know, right? That's what's up, man. You know, we grew up together, man.
Yeah. He just hit me up, so I sent him the link. Peace Michelle, Adrian Cutler, Jackie McCall, I see you in the building, Bones in the building, and last but definitely not least, Mango Mike in the building.
Nabule, get Momo Zozo Coco Zolo and all that. That's the only Creole I know. That's it.
Watch your mouth.
I know, right? You're right. Hold up. I know you ain't talking. You come on here and say Bumble Cloud every week.
That's tradition. Totally different.
Shut up.
So we do have a all right, good. We're right at about 6:06, so that's fine. We do have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. And the good thing about it, as always, we're not gonna go over that 8 o'clock mark. And like I said, we do have a guest that's supposed to be coming in on the second half when we do the main event. That's correct, right, Mike?
Yes.
All right. So let's get into the show. Tonight's title of tonight's show is Red Pill, Blue Pill, Purple Pill. What does it all mean? Y'all know the big debate is coming up March 25th between Wayne and the political prophet amongst men, MD. Was the Black Manosphere created from, did the Black Manosphere derive from the incel community? That's going to be a fantastic debate. I can't wait. I don't want March to hurry up and go, but I do want that debate to hurry up and get here. So here we are. Let's get into this first video. This is one of those videos. I got no context. It was sent to me. They wanted to hear what we got to say about it. I got zero context, so I don't know what happened before. I don't know what happened after. So we're going to have to judge this based on what we present right now. If I could get it up, here we go. Oh, no, that didn't sound right.
That's what he said.
Let me know when you see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Being pregnant after 5 miscarriages and having this miracle baby, and then walking out of the hospital with a $20,000 bill because my husband at the time refused to acknowledge me on his insurance. So those were, I mean, just the consistent.
You said refuse to acknowledge you on the insurance. Explain that to me. What are you talking about?
So for punishment of not naming his son a junior, he refused to confirm me during discharge as his wife on his insurance. Being pregnant after 5 miscarriages and having this miracle baby, and then walking out of the hospital with a $20,000 bill because my husband at the time refused to acknowledge me on his insurance. So those were, I mean, just the consistent.
You said refuse to acknowledge you on the insurance. Explain that to me. What are you talking about?
So for punishment of not naming his son a junior, he refused to confirm me during discharge as his wife on his insurance.
I wanted to play it twice just so everybody heard it. Like I said, I got zero context before or after. The comment section on that video is insane, like it always is. I'm pretty sure you know where each person falls, where the line is drawn there. That is a young lady, Destiny, from a show that I used to watch, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I didn't even realize it was her until Nene pointed it out that it was her. So apparently she was married, had a baby, and was left with a $20,000 bill because her husband didn't put her on the insurance because she didn't name the child after him. So, and Keela already right there, which is why we love you so much, Keela. Keela says, why not? I mean, come on, because it makes too much sense. Why not give him the father's name? I mean, because it just makes too much sense. But as we always do in a story like this, young Kev, what you got?
I don't want to go first because all I'm gonna say is that dude's a sassy ass nigga. That's a sassy ass man for doing that to his quote unquote wife. I'm gonna let Wayne go first, and then I'll go next.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? No. I want Mike to go first because Mike got a lot of segments tonight. I want Mike to go first.
Okay. Let's be clear. Nobody's gonna come out of this looking good, right? Because if that's his actual wife, then that $20,000 bill is gonna be on him too. So it wasn't the best way to get revenge, but come on, why wouldn't you give the man his? That's his kid. He wanted junior. Every man wants a son to carry on the name. That's why we give you the name so we could get the tradition carried on. Like it's not even a. You know what my big problem is? You know how I always go off topic. I can't help it. My biggest problem is why women, not all women, excuse me, Nene somewhere listening, why do most modern women love to tell stories like they don't know why the other party's upset? Yeah, she says it. He just left me. He left me with the bill. He just left me with the bill. And the guy's like, he just left you? It's like, yeah, he just left me with the bill. Like the man, like he just did it out of spite. And then at the end, she was like, oh yeah, just because I didn't want to give him the name. Like, you know what you did. You know why you did it. You did it to be spiteful. There's no reason not to give a man when he wants his junior. There's no reason. Now, don't get me wrong. Leaving somebody with a $20,000 bill is highly moronic, especially when you're married. If it's your girl, she can't really get back. But if she divorces you tomorrow, that's joint bills. That's joint debt. You're gonna pay for it anyway. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, what you want to do? Like, what you want to do? Like, it's the miracle baby. That means it's his miracle baby too. Why wouldn't you want to look? After 5 miscarriages, the last thing I'm going to argue. Yo, look here. Like I said, I have a list of people who I'm never talking to when I say women, and Ketot is definitely in the top 5 of that list. Logical woman, makes sense, has emotions, but doesn't let them run. You need to be contagious, my dear. You need to spread your magical pixie Ketot dust on these chicks because they out here nuts. I don't understand what your problem is. Why would you have a miracle baby and then this is the hill you want to die on? It makes no sense. I don't understand people. You know what? I think it's probably the evil that was in her to make her do that is the same reason Trevor's eyes swole up. I think I think it's just evil spreading through the world, and it's probably all dandruff and dust from Kevin's cape. So yeah, I'm gonna blame this on Kevin somehow. So Kevin's gonna blame it on men. I'm gonna blame it on Kevin. I feel vindicated. I'm good. But yeah, on the serious tip, it makes no sense. Like, grow up. This is it. The man married you, and part of your deal, sorry ladies, part of your deal is to get this man's progeny. That's part of your deal. You have 5 miscarriages, then you have the baby, and you think he don't want to name it after him? What was the spot? Did you name it after you? I only know one woman on the planet Earth that has ever named the kid after them as a junior, and that's Krishan Rock, and we all know what's wrong with her. I don't understand why. Why would you in a marriage that's supposed to be happy? Why would you bring this kind of spite and anger into what should be the most joyous moment of your relationship? You just brought a baby into the world after 5 miscarriages. You make no sense. Bone says, I don't want a junior. I think the name should be agreed upon by both. Maybe his name sucks. Hey, check this out. You could not want a junior. I want a junior. I want a junior so much that my daughter's name is the female version of my name, and then her middle name is my sister's name, and her initials are my initials. That's how much I wanted a junior. I made it as junior much as I could out of my baby. And if I have a boy, somebody else is dumb enough to have my kid, it's gonna be a third. I'm a junior, it's gonna be the third. I don't know what to tell you. Some people love their legacy, they want to continue it on. I would love to see a third, and his name's gonna be Trey. Holla at you, Trey. Go ahead, Kev.
Wayne, yeah, see, Bones, I watched the show Love and Marriage Huntsville before it started getting real drama, because it was about four black couples that bought real estate in Alabama, came together, put their money together, and was buying up all the real estate for affordable housing. But then the ratings were crap on that, because who wants to see positive black people? So they brought in all the drama and everything like that. And then I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want anything to do with this. But Destiny, that chick Destiny, I like her. So I watched her, but she was in and out of relationships. I don't really know who was who. But again, without context, I'm only going specifically by what I see here. And I kind of line up with what Mike's saying. Wayne, what you got on this?
I mean, one thing I've learned, and I heard a woman, this is a psychiatrist, I heard from a woman that she was taught by her mentor, when women tell their side of the story, always remember there's going to be some holes, and sometimes you don't even believe them. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, again, I don't know the whole story, but she had to be doing this out of spite, not to give the man, not to give the child the man's last name. I'm not excusing his actions for leaving her with the bill.
No, he wanted a junior.
I mean, well, that's one. Oh, yeah. I just want to say, giving the baby his last name, Junior, right?
Nope. So I guess if my name's Trevor, he wanted the baby to be named Trevor also.
Right. That's what I said. That's what I just said, right?
Not just his last name, his whole name.
Yeah, you said
Right.
Or the whole name. That's what I mean. Okay, my bad. The whole name. Yeah. Yeah, she was being spiteful. I mean, like I agree with Mike. I mean, man gave you marriage and everything, and majority of the time, that's a man. One of his goals, especially if he has a son, is to have a junior. I didn't have any boys, so but if I did had a boy, I'm kind of like I'm the third, so he probably would be the fourth. But I follow my father and my grandfather's name, so of course I would have wanted to pass on that tradition. She understood that, and I guarantee you, she knew that he wanted that, and he talked about that all the time, and they probably got into some type of disagreement or something like that. Something was going on, and she knew he wanted that more than anything. And when a woman finds out that something is meant close to you, near and dear to your heart, if she's a spiteful woman, she's gonna go after that, and that's what she did to that guy. She wanted to hurt him and hit him where it hurts the most, and that's what she did, because that's what women do. When there's some women, okay, majority of them, okay, that's what they do. When they want to be spiteful, they hit you where it hurts. That's why you got to be careful with that vulnerability, because they will use it against you. And I guarantee you, that guy, when they threw out their relationship and marriage, he was excited. He was like, "Yo, I can't wait. I want to give this baby my last name, my full name, passed it down as a junior." They probably bumped heads, got into it, and she did that being spiteful, because she knew that's probably what he wanted more than anything. That's what women do.
You know what's funny? Michael at least bend. He don't do it often, but he'll at least bend a little bit. Wayne say, I ain't bending at all. She's spiteful, and she playing on his
But
vulnerability.
I'm not excusing. Now I will say I'm not excusing him walking out on the $20,000 bill. I'm not excusing that. You know, I'm not saying that he was right about that either. But I know she was being spiteful, bro.
So, Kev,
That's just weird.
Yeah, Kev, what you got on this? Because I think I might agree. I think I might lean more to what Kev about to say. I just got a feeling what Kev about to say. What you got on this, Kev?
As you should, because I'm always correct.
Oh boy,
I'm
here
gonna come
we
up
go.
with a catchphrase.
Hey,
Kev's
don't
correct.
don't get beat up, bro. Don't get beat up, bro. Stay off my stuff.
Nah, man, that's just petty. That's just petty, and that's a dude who's mad emotional and probably more than likely, well, I can already tell, did not like her in the first place, because way 5 miscarriages or however, this should have been a conversation of what's the name going to be. And if it's a situation to where they disagreed on the name, then why did you give her a baby? Why did you keep trying when you knew what was going to be different by the time you have a kid to make her change her mind to say, okay, let's name the kid Junior, right? This is what a lot of women are afraid of, and this is why they have to vet. And it's because these guys get so emotional that their decision making goes away. It goes away. Now maybe she could have given some leeway and been like, okay, this is very important for him, and I want to give it. I want to give this this person I love this joy, this treat. But at the same time, she's an individual too. She has her say. And if she doesn't like your name, let's say your name is Dick, then I'm not naming my kid Dick Jr. No. And it's not gonna and if that's the opinion, what makes you think by the 6th time it's gonna change? Right. So I think it was lame for that. That just shows that, okay, if they get into another disagreement, he's gonna abandon her. So I'm glad they got divorced. I'm glad she got away from this sassy ass man. And when it comes to making decisions, you got to put your emotions out of it, because you're supposed to be the solid rock. You're supposed to be the guy that says, okay, there's danger. We got to figure out a way out of it. A woman's gonna freak out when there's danger. They're gonna freak out. They're gonna look to you to figure out what we're gonna do. And for you to abandon your family like that's just a bozo type move. So Yeah, but it's kind of it does kind of sound sus though. Like he did not acknowledge her on the insurance. I would assume that her name would be on it in general, but I guess I guess because when your name's in print, the insurance company legally has to, hold up their end of the deal. So it sounds like he took her name off or never had her name on there. And if that's the case, that makes him extra bozo. So yeah, forget that guy.
So Keela says, by the way, she named the baby Law. So a terrible name. His name couldn't have been worse than that.
See how goofy they are? You
That's
see
the
how
name. That's a name in the anime. I like.
that's a terrible name.
You see how
Bone
goofy
says,
they are?
I knew it was coming.
Bone says, wait, like Mike said, if they're married, won't the bill fall on him anyway? So Bones, to that point, because I'm glad you brought that up, because that's where I was going to go at with the whole insurance thing. I was in a similar situation to this. Go figure. I could probably fit myself into any situation that we talk about. When my daughter was born, the day my daughter was born, I had to go to my job and put my daughter's name on my insurance. Nowhere on that insurance did I have to put my wife's name. So with her saying that he didn't name her on the insurance, I don't know what that's about. Because literally, I promise you, all this did, my daughter was born. I went to work the next day because she was born over the weekend. I went to work that Monday. All I did was write in her name and give them a copy of the birth certificate. And they immediately covered her. Secondly, I've told a story before. That's the only reason why I'm going to say it now on the podcast. When my daughter was born, like I literally wanted to jump out of the building, and that's not figurative speech. That's literally what I wanted to do, because my daughter was born 3 months early, and I knew it was going to be a struggle for the next year or whatever. That doctor's bill for her 77 days being in the hospital came up to $40,000. $40,000. All that was on me, because my daughter was under my insurance. So again, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not the case, but I'm telling you what I know. When I fill out my insurance papers, you got two options. Well, you got three options. You want to do single, you want to do employee and child, or you want to do entire family. I did employee and child because my wife gets better benefits covering herself on her insurance. But for me, it would have been cheaper to cover me and my daughter. And so nowhere on there, my wife isn't named anywhere on my insurance papers when it comes to like medical insurance, as far as being somebody named on the page. She's named as an emergency contact. Like, again, we don't have the context, but sometimes, like, so the story's probably gonna come out and be like, oh yeah, she did this and that, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Wayne was right, she is goofy. But I'm just saying, just going off what we hearing right now and having to deal with that personally, the day after my daughter was born, I went and wrote my daughter's name in. She was covered immediately. Nowhere on there that I had to put any of my wife's info. So if, let's just say that that's the case, I'm gonna land my plane right here. Let's just say that that's the case, and all he had to do was put his kid's name in, and the bill would have been covered. If it was that simple and he didn't do it, then he is everything that Kev would call him. Because you can't, at the end of the day, even if you don't like her, Kev said that he don't like her, which I don't believe that. But at the end of the day, even if you don't like her, you gotta at least like that kid enough. He obviously wanted the kid because they had 5 miscarriages. But again, this is just me strictly going by what I hear, and I'm done with that. No, Bones, the marital, no, not at all. If my wife's insurance is basically free, but if she was to add the family on, it'd probably be like $800 a month. So no, that marital benefit, marital insurance benefits, that stuff doesn't work. For my wife and daughter, for me and my daughter, I was paying probably like $200 a week for it. Yeah, it's crazy. But all right, y'all got it. Let's go ahead and give your final thoughts on this one.
Oh, for the just my final thought for the ladies, if you're having issues with that, or if you know people that are having issues with that, your diet and make sure you don't put chemicals in your body, especially birth control. Birth control is made to mess you up and cause you to not have kids in general. So don't think it's just a one-time deal. Same with IBF, so like the injection or like the device you put in yourself for like birth control. And then also alcohol and weed, that's gonna mess you up as well. Especially weed nowadays. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think he's a bozo. But yeah, in general, he didn't like her in from what I'm seeing. And yeah, I feel bad for her, but at least she got a kid out of it.
Kev, don't your queen ingest alcohol and weed? And you know who I'm talking about when I say your queen.
Which one? SZA? She probably does, yeah.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. No, nah. She married. What you talking about?
All right, Wayne, what you got to close?
She married to the streets.
Oh no, I just learned not to believe, especially when you're getting one side of the story, especially a lot of times from women, especially on this type of show, that type of platform. That guy right there, I know his platform, so he does a more catering to women. So just never believe one side of the story about most women. It's always some holes in there. That's all I say. So and I just think I believe she's just being spiteful. She knew what he wanted. She knew he always wanted that. He probably, when he knew that kid was coming and it was a boy 9 months, she knew it. And she was being spiteful for whatever reason. She was being spiteful. That's it.
But so just so nobody misrepresent Wayne, you are saying that that's goofy for him, not footing the bill.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, it's
because they'll come and be like, "Oh, Wayne, all he care about is you know what they'll do."
No, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I was about to do that too.
I don't care about what people think, man. Again, I'm just saying. I'm not, and again, I said it. I'm not excusing him. I mean, I don't have to lay on it. I said it. I'm not excusing him for walking out on the bill. I think he should have still be responsible for the bill because that's his child. But she was being spiteful, and she knew that's what he wanted, and she did that out of spite.
Mike, go and bring us home on this one.
I did all this so I could hear Wayne say goofy. And he and I'll tell everybody this to add on to what Wayne said. A lot of women, these modern women, they love to try to like adjust the conversation to make themselves sound better. Anyone, if you're talking to someone and it doesn't sound right, ask questions. I guarantee if you ask enough questions, you'll realize that she's lying to you or she's only telling you half the truth, especially if it don't make sense. But on this one, they both petty. She knew what she was doing, and he reacted to the foolishness she did. The only saving grace Kevin has is that as a man, you're not supposed to get off your square because of what a woman does. But this isn't a regular thing. This is this man's legacy. This is his child. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. So Mike is right. Moving along.
I knew that one was coming in. All right. So
you should have said it for me then.
Let's get into this video. I found this. A couple of people sent me this. I want to say Ricardo sent me this as well, but somebody just sent me this before we came on the show, and I told them that we were going to discuss it just because it was so interesting. So we're going to get into this, then we'll get into the main event, and then we'll get you home. We do have a surprise coming up soon after this video, but let me go on and bring this one up.
Times perpetuated against Black men specifically is the level to which their humanity and their hearts have been devalued, diminished, and dehumanized, and that they have become doing machines. The greatest value a Black man has, in many instances, is what he can do for somebody. and how he can do it and how much he can do it and how much he earns doing it. I mean, I hear it and see it among young people in the relationships, you know, oh, you're going to get my nails done and you're going to do this and you're going to do that.
Right.
You know, they've been demeaned and devalued and dehearted to the point where they value themselves based on what they can do. Fix it, get it, make it happen. And no place have I seen in our world does anybody tell black men how to be with themselves, how to be true to themselves, how to be with their feelings, how to be with their heart, you know? And it's criminal. So what happens is then they begin to do the things that are expected of them, and that's how they're evaluated. And then if they can't do that anymore, whether it's the job or pay the mortgage or whatever, then they're just cast off like socks in the corner.
Right.
One of the greatest kryptonites for a man in general, black men specifically, is the feeling, the belief, the treatment that he is somehow inadequate. And when you devalue a man, he's gonna feel inadequate. When you dehumanize him, when you deheart him, so then where does he go with that?
Right.
He's inadequate and he doesn't serve a purpose because he can't do what you need him to do to make you feel better about yourself.
What's the purpose? What's the point?
What's the point? And that's why we have these incredible rises in suicide. Where in the world do we see them lifted, honored? I don't want to say respected. And here's what I hear in the back of my mind. So let me just go ahead and deal with it. Black women saying, well, look what they do. And look how they are. And look what they do, you know. And we unwittingly participate in the emasculation, the dehumanization, the devaluation, and the disheartening of black men because they didn't do it the way we wanted them to do it. Mothers, wives, girlfriends, sisters.
Let me just give that a round of applause.
Yeah.
Let me just stand up and give her a round of applause.
I could
Go ahead.
I could hold on because I could just end the show with that. We don't have to utter another word. I could just end the show with that, but you know, people want to hear us talk about it, or else they wouldn't have sent me this story. I'll just say this real quick about it, Iyanla. I've learned to appreciate her the older I've gotten. She came off to me a lot of times as just too preachy and too, you know, but the older I get, as with many other things, I could appreciate the message behind it. And I was looking back through my old YouTube videos, and I remember a short that I did that said the silent cries from the cave, and that's exactly what she was talking about. My old pastor used to always talk about the wounded warrior, and you know, he was talking about all men, but you know, we focus more so on the black man over here. And I think I saw Wayne and Kev arguing back and forth about this in the chat, and I've said this a ton of times on the show. Black women, Ricardo, the one who sent it to me. Yeah, Ricardo would send me, and somebody sent it just before I hit go live. That means that they're listening, which shout out to y'all again. Y'all have consecutively for like 5 weeks straight made Man Talk Monday the most watched show on the Straight Talk Society. I do appreciate that because this is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. We do laugh and joke a lot around here, but a lot of hard work goes into this show. But I always say this, and I heard Wayne blasting young Kev about this, that black women are the only women that go on social platforms and blast their men. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me in unison where Spanish women do it. Show me in unison where Chinese women do it. Show me in unison where white women do it. I'm not saying it's not done. It's probably done at the water cooler. It's done at the dinner table. But I'm talking about publicly, just going out and emasculating their men. I watch YouTube as being a YouTuber. I go to different places and watch different videos, and the disrespect that I see doled out to black men. Some of these men deserve it because they shouldn't be in women's spaces. So they open themselves to that. But the disrespect of how it's okay for a woman to be in a relationship with a man and then think that they could turn around and blast them because it doesn't work. Talk about their bedroom shenanigans, talk about their money or lack thereof. Just the blatant disrespect while simultaneously forgetting that you were with his bum ass for so many years. So what does that make you? What, like seriously, what does that make you? And I'll land with that. Kev, what you got?
These conversations are a little tired. Now I understand, like, you know, black people and black men feel like they're unwanted, but that's because you surround yourself in negativity. And when you leave yourself in a victim mentality, when you allow people to treat you bad, then that's eventually you're gonna start treating yourself the same way. You know, it's like that saying, you are who you're around. So if you're around, you know, 5 people who smoke, you're gonna be the 6th person who smokes eventually. So yeah, she made a nice point, but at the same time, like, in general, we all want someone around us who has value, you know, like even if it's just one trait that you like about a person. I don't want no bums around me. I don't want no squares in my circle. I want you to improve my life in some type of positive way, right? Let's say it was a situation where, like, okay, you say, you know, love is love, and there's no conditions on it. Okay, then, well, you know, allow, you know, somebody from the street, homeless guy, to come in your house, live off you, eat all your food, use your electricity, take a dump in your toilet, and just love them unconditionally. But no, that's not the case. Okay, there's always a condition with love. Even God says we don't like no bums. Sloth is a sin. So with that being the case, you know, you gotta love yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love yourself. You gotta bring value to yourself. You know, getting up, exercising, eating right, um, doing what you can to be nice to the people that care about you, and eventually you'll feel that love, and that will give you the that will, how do I say this? That will cause the attraction for the love that you want to get. So at the end of the day, don't be a bum. We don't like bums. That's why I like Mike. Mike's not a bum. Mike take care of business. Trev got me on the show. He be taking care of business at home, and he's funny. And then Wayne, I like pissing him off with Man Talk, with the Manosphere stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, like, this love can only go so far. So you gotta make yourself useful in some type of way. And it's not just with black men, it's with Spanish people. I know we don't speak Spanish, but Spanish people have their own ratchetivity going on. Same with Chinese and white people. So it's not just you. Okay. Everybody's getting it. All right, go ahead. That's all you.
So before Mike just obliterates you, I've never wanted a sound more than wanting the release the hound sound right now. Kev, boy, when you talk about moving the goalposts, I got no words for this. One thing I will go back to the interview that Mike did with my man, I forget the name of his channel, but they were talking about the guy. He said that once he start focusing on himself, then that's when, you know, his whole life, his whole situation start turning around. So that's probably the only thing I got out of what you just said. Based on what Iyanla just said, you found a way. You found a way, Kev, to make Mike. Just go ahead. I get him, Mike. Just get him.
No, I'm on Team Kevin. Oh no, I'm not. I can't even fake it. I'm sorry.
My
Kevin's
dog.
trash.
You can keep faking it.
Can't even do it, bro. But I believe that I'm looked upon as a bully because of what I do to Kevin. I've had people call me and say, "Are you guys gonna ever be friends and work it out?" And I'm like, "Kevin's my friend. Like he was my friend first. So Kev, I love you. I'm gonna let Wayne handle you. I believe it's Wayne's turn. So I'm going to talk about Iyanla. If there was what they call it, the cookout, if there was a cookout for men, Iyanla is the Jane Elliott of that cookout. She's the only woman I'm inviting. When I tell you this was I take that back. Her and what's that lady? Shira Rajad. You know who I'm talking
There
about,
you
Wayne.
go. There you go. There you
Shahrazad
go.
Ali.
Yes,
Yeah, there
thank
you
you.
go. Yep, there you go. There
Those are
you
the
go.
only two I'm inviting. Man, when I tell you nothing warmed my heart than to know that I'm not crazy. When you hear her speak, you know that women are hearing what you're saying. They just don't care. Because this can't be the only woman in the world that hears men's silent cries, that hears men's tears that don't fall, that hears men say, "We just want to be appreciated. We're tired of being vilified and the evil, and we're all Mister. We're all Mister from Color Purple." I ain't never hit it. All right, I'll take it back. I hit this one girl in 5th grade, but she was big. No, 4th grade, but she was bigger than me. She was bigger than me. Everybody that was at that school, y'all saw what she did. She went around the class and got rings to beat me up and mark my face up. I had to fight her. But other than that, I don't hit no women. Like that's crazy. None of us are misters. If we were misters, we wouldn't have been married. No woman would have took us seriously to even get there. I'm so sick of women acting like every black man they come across is this demon. Like nobody, I'm gonna say this, nobody, black woman, is going to love you like we do. If you want to stop getting the bad treatment that you think you're getting, choose better men. You guys keep choosing the bottom of the barrel garbage men because they make your little hoo-hoo get moist, and then you wonder why they only use you for that little moist hoo-hoo. Be better. Be better, choose better. I guarantee you'll have better results. That should be the name of a book. Do better, pick better, bet you'll have better results. Simple and plain. Listening to Kevin because he makes you feel better, that ain't gonna solve no problems. That's like listening to Derek Jackson and expecting to have a faithful man. He ain't even faithful. What are you talking about? No, y'all, you trying to get me emotional. Nope. I'm back on my square. Go ahead, Wayne.
Shout out to her, man, for saying all those things. So number
Yes,
one, Kev, she wasn't talking about bombs. She was talking about good black men. And here's your view. You believe that only good black women are getting shitted on by shitty men, but good men are not getting shitted on by horrible black women. That's who she was representing, which goes to my second point, is where basically why the Black Manosphere was created, the one that I represent. All right. Brotherhood, groups where men could come to podcasts and not sit up here and weep and cry about what women done to them. No, it's about expressing themselves, it's about brotherhood, it's about it's about building some type of camaraderie that black men has never had in his own community with a lot of his women. So again, when I hear her talk about good black men who's gotten shitted on by women, period. And I always said this, that even in the chat, I start a lot of times posting those type of talking points coming from black women because maybe guys like Kevin to get it. Because see, if I say it or if I post men, then it's, oh, men just getting on these podcasts and whipping and complaining about women. But what does it mean, Kevin, when an elder comes and say it? What does that mean, Kel? When an elder black woman comes and say it, she said the same talking points that I've been saying, basically what I've been saying. She has the same talking points. She may be doing it a little different, a less harsher, but it's the same talking points, which is why I defend men, why I advocate for black men. because we know and why I advocate for black male media and podcasts and groups so men could socialize, get together, share notes, talk about finances, talk about health, fellowship, period. I never met Mike physically. I didn't knew Mike before this podcast. I didn't know you before this podcast. But we in the group and we fellowship. We talk crap, but at the end of the day, if one of y'all boys need me, I'm there. Because it's about the fellowship, and we built the camaraderie. We got this fire show. So again, that's what I'm all about, and I'm all about putting yourself first as a black man, which is what she said. We was never put first. We was always looked as women want us to be these submissive providers. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet, do as you told, pay the bills, and when black men started saying, look, forget that. Right? I don't mind being with you. I don't mind marrying you, but I'm putting myself first. And that's where now that's where the sassiness came in. All right. That's when it's like, yo, okay, well, look, I don't mind doing for you, but what about me? Oh, now we being sassy. Now we talking about now black men get on podcasts and share notes and be like, yo, man, you know what? Instead of trying this with your woman, try that with your woman. Instead of trying this with your finances, try that with your finances. Now we sassy. Now we complaining. Oh, I don't want to deal with your horrible behavior, right? Oh no, black men, you're supposed to do as you told. See, that was the instructions that was gave to me from white supremacy. You supposed to do as you told, black man. He gave me authority over you. So you supposed to do as you told. Now black men are saying, screw you and screw white supremacy. I'm gonna do it my way. Now, if you're gonna come with me, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna make sure you benefit too, but I'm gonna make sure I take care of myself first. Because a lot of times when I take care of you and I expect you to take care of me as well, it doesn't happen. It becomes one-sided. Some of these men are in fruitless marriages. Some of these men are in fruitless relationships because they get nothing out of it and they pour everything into it. Kel, stop looking at black men as bums all the time when you hear this type of content. Good black men get shitted on all the time. So just because, you hear this talking, you always look at it as, well, this guy, he needs to get himself in confidence and he needs to build himself up. No, there are guys that are confident, have their finances together, have their credit together, great fathers, great husbands, and they still get shitted on. And what's wrong with talking about it? And I'm a land.
Can I ask a question?
Hey, real quick, Kev, before you say something, Elevated Minds, go ahead and hit that link in the chat. That link is only for Elevated Minds because he is our special guest. He is going to join the panel. Go ahead, Kev.
Well, I never mentioned money. Money is minute. That's not even a problem. And two, okay, so if it's such an issue with black men, then how do you explain white incels and Chinese incels and Spanish incels?
Hey, Wayne, before you say something, let me, Kev, because you said one thing that infuriates me. My cousin Kevin does this too, even though he's come over to the dark side, so to say, the right side. You mentioned that these talking points are getting like stale. You do realize what we do. This whole show was built on this type of stuff. I just want to make sure that you realize that.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay,
I
just want to make sure. And see, you've never met me personally. Wayne, Mike, they've been to my house, like I say. So we've met each other personally. We went to school together since we were little kids. I wouldn't say I'm B1, but I kind of care about us first. That's why everything I do is always geared to us, like black men, because we've been the one that's been beaten down so much. I don't hate everybody. Shout out to Moon Goddess in the building. I don't hate anybody else. I just love us a little bit more. All right, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'll let the guest talk as soon as I'm done saying this. But
well, hold on. But
yes, the talking points are stale because they're not moving the needle. So not not what we do on here, or not what we um not how we explain things, but when it comes to the solution. Throughout the whole situation she was talking about, there wasn't a solution that was given. So that's getting stale. And it's a lot with a lot of these podcasts as well, where they either bring, chicks that aren't really smart onto their podcast, and then like bash them, and then like kick them off, and then they um they they use that to get the views. um People like Kevin Samuels, they get women on their podcast or on his video shows, and he bashes them, tells them like, oh, if they ask a question, his answer is, oh, why don't you tell your father? Well, I don't have a father. Then you need to see a therapist. Well, I can't afford a therapist. That's what are you here for? I thought you were here to give
How was
advice.
that bashing?
No, go see a
Wow.
How was
therapist
that bashing
and
though?
go ask your father and
How was that
go get a
bashing?
man and this and that.
Wow.
That gets stale. So I have to call it the way I see it. So Ileana, she's talking that good stuff for a talk show, but I don't really expect much from her. I don't expect much from
Wow.
Nick Cannon now, but when it comes to
Wow.
mainstream, it's just talk.
But you
I want
do realize, Kev, Ileana switched. Like she was one of those women who was looking at black women as like, okay, I'm supporting you, I'm here for you. And then as she went on in her career, she saw a lot of times that, wait a minute, y'all are also the problem. And she shifted her content, which is a lot of women who are like counselors or dating coaches and everything, when they dealing with black women and black women saying, oh, woe is me and I'm the victim, and then they talk to these women and they study these women and they sit down and have conversations with them, and then they also realize, and then especially when it's the black men and they telling both sides of the story, a lot of these content creators, especially women, are saying, well, wait a minute, y'all are also the problem.
Especially when those women are educated. I'm talking about
Correct.
the women. Whenever it's a therapist, or it's a person that's like a
Correct.
psychological
Yep.
doctor, anything like that. Now if you're talking about ratchet Pukisha, she'll never get it. She'll never get it. But you talk about the women who actually went to school and know psychology of human beings, they all come through. They're like, whoa, I've been listening to you for how long, and I just realized you full of it. Wow.
Facts.
Hey, let me say this real quick, because we do have a guest in the building, but I did want to say this. Kev said that there's no solution. So and to the brother Jaylen, I'm not a douchebag. My eyes are kind of swollen right now. That's why I got the sunglasses on. But Kev said that there's no solutions. Kev, just like racism and white supremacy, you do realize that when it comes to these type of talking spaces, women have the head start, correct? Because everything that women know about men was taught to them by other women, like in the books and the Essence and the Jet and the Ebony and all that other bull crap. You do realize that they have a couple years head start on us, correct?
Because they started focusing on themselves and improving themselves once they got the right to work and to vote, etc. So
This your man, Mike. This your man.
You are talking to a brick wall, sir. Why do you keep throwing words against the brick wall?
Wow.
I love Kev. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, nobody can't mess with Kev. Like if I saw y'all in person and y'all mess with Kev, you gonna get it. But on this show, Kev is that's not it, Kev. Mike, go on, introduce a guest, man.
Hey, are we doing that thing? You saw the rookie?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, hopefully you saw myself on his Elevated Minds podcast. I'm inviting my boy Jaylen. This is my dog. Say what's up, Jay. Wave to him.
What's going on, y'all? What's good?
Ladies, calm down.
I need to do that blue light thing.
Who you telling? He acting like he was born in the 70s. He got a blue light. He got the red light, depending on the girl. He think he's smooth. But that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you hear me talk about stocks and everything, I learned it from the room with me, him, the Carrington brothers. We all came together and we were helping each other. And now we're in a new space. I believe he is the preeminent purple pill person that I know. And that's why I invited him, because he and I are on different spectrums, different sides of the bell curve, but we're on the same spectrum. So you got whatever the hell it is wrong with Kevin, and you got red pill Wayne, and then you got us for the purple pill. For people who don't know what it is, we're going to give it to you today. But Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let these people know who you are. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society, sir. I'm going to get off. Go ahead, do your thing.
Hey, thank y'all for having me on. My name is Jaylen. I'm a host of Elevated Minds podcast, and on the podcast, I talk a lot about relationships and dating. But really, the main thing is about self-improvement, improving your mind, body, spirit, and to really just, create the life that you want, whether it be the type of woman you want, the type of money you want, that type of thing. That's what I talk about. It's all about self-improvement and becoming better.
Basically, things Kevin can't do.
So the good stuff. Well, we glad to have you over here. We haven't formally met, but I am Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube. I guess they will say I'm the founder of the Straight Talk Society, but it is in the name society. We are a collective. The engine don't work without that chain link, and everybody in here is a link in this machine that we're trying to create over here. By the way, I forgot to tell y'all, I did get the hoodies Friday. Oh, they look fantastic, but it's too hot right now, so I can't model them, but I will do a little modeling thing so y'all can see what they look like. We do have the hoodies. That store will be opening real soon. But yeah, man, we just get down over here. That's what we do. I checked out the show with you and Mike. I really like it. I like your vibe. You remind me of when I got in the podcasting in 2020. I used to do the one-on-one back and forth before we start doing all this overproduction and crazy stuff. Y'all talk about overproduction. Wait till what we're about to do next. Mike, I got to make my regular run. So y'all go ahead and y'all could clean up this Iyanla thing, and I'll be right back in a little bit.
Not a problem. Did you happen to see the video, Jay?
No, I didn't actually get to watch it.
I don't see anything.
I didn't say it to you. I said the video we just watched. You saw the thing about Iyanla Vanzant?
I didn't see it. What happened?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Perpetuated against Black men specifically is the level to which their humanity and their hearts have been devalued, diminished, and dehumanized, and that they have become doing machines. The greatest value a Black man has, in many instances, is what he can do for somebody. Right. And how he can do it, and how much he can do it, and how much he earns doing it. I mean, I hear it and see it among young people in the relationships. You going to get my nails done, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. Right. They've been demeaned and devalued and dehearted to the point where they value themselves based on what they can do. Fix it, get it, make it happen. And no place have I seen in our world does anybody tell Black men how to be with themselves, how to be true to themselves, how to be with their feelings, how to be with their heart. It's criminal. So what happens is then they begin to do the things that are expected of them, and that's how they're evaluated. And then if they can't do that anymore, whether it's the job or pay the mortgage or whatever, then they're just cast off like socks in the corner. Right. Right. One of the greatest kryptonites for a man in general, Black men specifically, is the feeling, the belief, the treatment that he is somehow inadequate. And when you devalue a man, he's going to feel inadequate. When you dehumanize him, when you deheart him, so then where does he go with that? Right. He's inadequate, and he doesn't serve a purpose because he can't do what you need him to do to make you feel better about yourself.
What's the purpose? What's the point?
What's the point? And that's why we have these incredible rises in suicide. Where in the world do we see them lifted, honored? I don't want to say respected. And here's what I hear in the back of my mind. So let me just go ahead and deal with it. Black women saying, well, look what they do. And look how they are. And look what they do, And we unwittingly participate in the emasculation, the dehumanization, the devaluation, and the disheartening of Black men because they didn't do it the way we wanted them to do it. Mothers, wives, girlfriends, sisters.
What do you think, Jay?
I mean, honestly, I think she's right. She's right about a lot of what she said. Because I feel like nowadays, I mean, I guess in the dating space, when it comes to, there's this whole, we're the only race. We're the only race that is like fighting each other. You know what I mean? Like we're the only ones where it feels like, you don't see Asian people doing it like that. You don't see Indian people arguing about this type of stuff. You know, so I feel like black men now, they got such what's the word I'm looking for? They have like such a weight on our shoulders, because there's such a high standard that we're put to. Yet I feel like we're not set up as adequately as some of the other races. Now, granted, I feel like we're what's the word? We're resilient. I feel like we're resilient. We're strong. We're powerful in our own way. But I do feel like there is a lot that is expected of us black men. But like I said, we're the only race that does that. We're, this gender war stuff. How much you make and how much you got going on, and what can you do for me? And you don't really see that with as much as in other races. And so I feel like that's something that needs to be addressed, because there is a lot of black men that don't know how to open up, or if they do feel like they can open up to somebody, then it's used as ammo, or like she said, dehumanized. Or now, granted, me, I'm for myself personally, I don't deal with it as much as some other people. Just in, I guess it's like the area. I feel like it's a little bit different here in the West compared to where it was in the South. But I'll say she had a lot of good points there. Now, granted, I'm also not a fan of being a victim now. So even though there are things that are against us, I do feel like we can we as men can find a way to uh, really to rise up, but really to unify. Because at the end of the day, I think really we need to unify. There's a lot of division. So I think that's really what's affecting a lot of us in the dating world today.
Oh, boy, you hit like some points that you're gonna make me and you have to fight. I do not ever see unification when it comes to black people.
I
It'll
was
never
saying,
happen.
Kev, I was
It'll
saying,
never happen.
Kev probably over there like, yes, yes, yes.
Yo, you know what I wanna say this.
My brother right
I'm
there.
gonna let you live, Jay. I'm gonna let you live. I want to say this. You know what I found very intriguing about what just happened? And not specifically to you, Jay, but if you listen to what Iyanla said, 99% of it was about men. And for some reason, we keep talking about women. This wasn't about women. The only thing she said about women was I could hear it in the back of my voice. So what about what they did to me? This ain't about y'all. This is about us. It's about betterment of us. It's about, and you know what? I can tell you exactly how we got here. It's the same way that Wayne and Trevor let us get here all the time. You let Kevin talk, and then Kevin grabs the goalpost and flings it to the other side of the football field. That's what he does. I tell y'all this in the chat all the time. Y'all let Kevin talk, and then the argument ends up going somewhere else. Move, Kevin. We as men are so we talk about our strengths, but most of our strengths is built on it's twofold. It's we have to provide, and it's defense. We're taught that we have to be this thing, but we feel like the world is attacking us. So it's like a twofold strength, and sometimes they overlap. And I think that's where our problems are, because sometimes the lash out is defensive when it's not that type of party. You know what I mean? Like you feel like, yo, they coming for me. Like, and I know I do this all the time. Like it causes, and I hate to bring this up, but it's on a list I'm doing. When women start with that, who hurt you foolishness, because we defend ourselves because we know we're supposed to be strong, but sometimes it feels defensive, and then they hit us with that, and then it's like, but what are you talking? I'm trying to tell you how I feel. Now I'm just gonna shut it down, and now we get more defensive, and now we live in defense, and now it becomes defense is our front line when our front line should be understanding and providing. It should be, we want to do this and we want to have this for you. But it's kind of difficult. The way the world is, it's kind of difficult, man. It's hard. It's hard to be
No,
strong.
you're right. You're right. It is difficult because, like you said, it is hard to unify Black people in general. But yeah, I feel like there is a lot that is expected of us Black men, especially here. Especially in certain areas in like the South. Like I said, I dealt with a little more different things in the South than I did over here in the West. It's a little bit different, but you still do see a lot of those elements of what you just said. And I don't know. I feel like it's going to start. I think the what's the word? The remedy for this is, I really feel like we got to speak out more. I think we can't really just let it continue to slide, because this has been going on for a while. I feel like it's going to continue unless we stand up and start saying things about it. Because how else is things going to change in relationships if these things are happening, but then we're like, oh well, she don't care, or they don't care about me, or
Hello.
what I mean.
Hello. Good job. Good evening.
You so
That's what
you
I'm
so
talking
innocent.
about.
You so
That's what I'm
innocent.
talking about.
You making
That's what
Wayne
I'm
happy.
talking
You so innocent.
That's what I'm
Mute.
talking about. You got to speak up. That's
Hey,
all I'm
Wayne.
saying. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead,
Wayne,
rock out, bro. Yeah.
What's gonna happen when we speak up?
Well, we sassy. You're complaining. You're victimizing. All that.
Thank you very much.
So those women, I won't deal with them.
Huh?
Those type of
Thank
women, I
you.
won't deal with them.
Exactly. But
So you move out the way, and you
a
find someone who
universal
likes you.
thing.
Yes,
Nah, that's a universal
exactly.
thing, bro.
Hey,
So
when men try to find,
hold on.
Go
So
ahead.
real quick, because I'm gonna show y'all how you bring it all back full circle. We're about to touch this on the other side, so I got to bring it all back in. We do have a Mike's Top 10 coming up, but before we get into the Mike's Top 10, peace to the political prophet amongst men. MD in the building will be taking on the Black Lion Wayne March 25th. Is the Black Manosphere derived from the incel community? That will be on Man Talk Monday, March 25th. Do not miss that. Hey, we're gonna have to touch on this topic again. I'd love to have Jaylen in for a full show. I do have the Shahrazad Ali video. Can't play it tonight because we want to get into the Manosphere thing. But guess what, everybody?
golly.
It's time for Mike's Top 10.
Being right isn't always the point. Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks, old folks ain't my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded, F vodka and Netflix. Old J's for these new fits, old Blaze backwoods piff. Old bills that I got them faded, not deposits and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless, whipping in the bando, couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with dotness, rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered, so I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand, on my head, tell them, oh yeah, I shot mine. Stop lying, that confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was watched last week, man, that shit was so cold.
Stop moving the goalpost. Chip, you know what? You just made the list.
Oh, everybody, it is that time. It is time for Mike's Top 10 list. And Mike, what are you doing today?
Bro, I'm gonna need you to not make it so big. Like, you got to bring the energy down. This is way too much pressure. Like,
Bro,
way
that
too much.
production was fire.
You
boy.
feel me? He be getting all
Good
excited
with
and
that
stuff like.
thing, man.
All right. So first and foremost, I want to apologize to everyone. If you've never watched any of our shows on here, this is not going to be the top 10 for you. But this is the top 10 for my loyal fans and the people that I mess with. So this is the second iteration of Mike's Top 10. This is the top 10 sayings and themes that we run with on our shows in the Straight Talk Society.
Number 10, Mike.
No. See, I got to stop you, sir. I was threatened by a man named Ricardo who said he wanted honorable mentions. So I have to give a couple honorable mentions. So for the honorable mentions, I have make it make sense. That's a saying that we use. That's usually on a political show. It's hilarious. What planet or country are you from? That's definitely on the political show. One is a thing Trevor says all the time, Queen of the Straight Talk Society. I think it's kind of fly. I really appreciate it. One is, and it would have made the list, but I hate it because it's against me. Being right is not always the point. It really annoys me. It really annoys me. Another one is when we alliterate. We spoke about earlier today. Bumbleclot, Kevin, you are not Jamaican. Somebody sent that one to me. They really like that one. Another one is soapbox, which is Trevor's baby. And for last but not least, for the honorable mentions, we have me saying thought pockets and thought bags. Now we can start. Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, Trev.
Number 10.
Number 10 is a saying that has only been said twice on this show, and it's really sad because it's one of my favorites when he said it. It would be higher, but he only said it twice. It is the only thing ever said good by Kevin. It is peen in your ween. I don't know where the hell he got it from. I don't know where it came from, but when he said it, I almost fell on the floor, and I'm mad that he doesn't say it more often. Peen in your ween is hilarious.
Number 9, Mike.
Number 9, this I'm gonna have to explain this one a little bit. It's someone hating on someone. Now, everyone thinks we have all this contention on the show. There's no contention. I got love for everybody, even Kevin. But for some reason, there's a whole lot of thoughts of people hating each other, whether it's Trevor thinking Van Cat hates him for all his takes on wrestling, or me thinking Trevor hates me because, quite possibly, I'm always right. Or Wayne thinking every woman hates him, and he's usually right, but he don't even give him the information. He just goes, I ain't got time for that goofy stuff. I'm moving on. Or Van Cat hating every woman in wrestling because we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna move past. Y'all got that one. We're gonna move on to the next one. Go ahead, Trev.
Number 8.
Number 8, you know something is popping when Trevor makes a little thing for it. When he makes it's a little moving gif, or he makes a little bomb or something. This one is moving the goalpost. He had to make this one because we're on a show with Kevin, and if you're on any show with Kevin, you might as well put wheels on the goalpost because it's not gonna stay where you put it.
Number 7, Mike.
Number 7 is, although I do believe I was one of the people that came on moving the goalpost, this is definitely something I invented. It is infantiling women. Kevin's number one thing to do in life. He wakes up in the morning and puts a bib and pacifier in some woman's mouth somewhere in the world because he infantiles women on a 24-hour basis.
Number 6.
Number 6, I also invented, but I don't get credit for, like Little Richard. It is said by our fearless leader, the moderator, the greatest beard in the game. Disgusts me. I hate it. The only happiness I have is that I know every day another gray pops up and I'm going to name each one of them. Next one.
Number 5, Mike.
Number 5 is one of my sayings that it's the only saying I had before I came on the show. If you're on my FB or you're on my IG, you'll see the hashtag everywhere. It's WJBT. And if you know it, say it with me. Women just be talking. Thank you, Lord. Woo!
Number 4, Mike.
Number 4. Now, number 4 is by a man who I do not talk to on Mondays. He's a cool dude on Tuesdays, but on Mondays, I can't stand him. Now, it's a saying that every every area and region in the world, in America, says it a little different. If you're from New York, you go, you know what I mean? If you're from California, you go, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, the way MD says it is just special. I can't even do it, you know what I mean? I really wish we had a recording of it because it's the funniest thing in the world to me. I love it. You know what I mean? And it rolls off the tongue so smooth. It's like, did he just say something? He surely did. Ooh, it's fantastic. Next one.
Number 3, Mike.
Number 3 is literally becoming my favorite word. I want to hear it all the time. I've heard it 2 times so far in this episode. It is said by MD's nemesis, Wayne, goofy. Oh, my Lord. When I hear the word goofy, goofy is so wonderful because it's like, it's not just an adjective, but it's also dismissive. It's like, you goofy, you can't know any better. Go sit in the little kids table. Oh my God. It's so much power in the word goofy. I love it, Wayne. Never stop using it.
Number two
is it's a weird thing that we only do on this show. It's putting adjectives in front of somebody's name to explain how they act. I started it with Angry Trevor because Angry Trevor is my favorite. I love Angry Trevor. When he get mad, when he start talking about the haters or he start talking about that guy who we're not going to mention, oh, it's hilarious. But then when we got misogynistic Van Cat, oh, it was delicious. And then we got Monday MD, woo, or Cape and Kev, bro, you don't understand how happy it makes me when I hear other people doing the foolishness I started. It's wonderful.
And the number one top saying over here on the Straight Talk Society, according to Mike, is?
You know damn well what it is. Mike is right. Not only is Mike right, but the saying is correct, and any other thought you could think of that might rhyme, anything that rhymes with right, Mike is that too. Anything that kind of sounds like it might be right, Mike is that too. Because Mike is correct. I've only been proven wrong one time, and I've been on this show for almost over a year, right? Only been proven wrong once, and it took the biggest dumpster dive by Cliff and then a little bit by Kevin. And that was the only time I was ever wrong. That's why I am 98% right. Mike is right, and my vice president is Zay. Wherever you at, bro, holla at your boy. You know what it is. That is the Mike's top 10 sayings and the running gags on the show. Top 10. Once again, I killed it. I think I'm done. Seeing Mike, I shouldn't even have said nothing. I should have just let you bomb it, and then they would have saw what the number one would have been. Because Mike is right. That's all I'm saying.
Man, and there you have it. The top 10. Again, Mike is right. Another fantastic. Oh my God, Keela is the best. Keela put every one of them in the chat.
Man.
Oh my!
Are you serious,
man? Great segment.
Oh my goodness, Keela is the absolute best. Keela, while you at it, can you grab Jaylen's YouTube channel and drop it in the chat so they can go and give him a sub? Hey man, that top 10 list is awesome. I'm telling y'all, that top 10 list is fantastic.
Yeah, you killed it, bro.
He comes up with these things, and it's just like, I'm like, hey, just let me know when you're ready to do it. Hey, it is awesome, man, and it's just only going to get better once we start doing more and more production.
Didn't I just say stop bigging it up? If you don't stop,
Jaylen, we got a goofy show over here, man. Like, we do a bunch of wild and zany things. So let Jaylen with an I. But the name of the channel is hold on, it's in the chat up there.
Elevated Minds.
Yeah, that's it. Elevated Minds. So yeah, that top 10 again. Let me see what great job, Mike. Oh my God, not misogynistic Van Cat. Hey, Moon Goddess telling you great job. So getting MD says I say know what I mean because of the Ernest movie. Oh, okay. It stuck with me as a child.
That's hard.
Yeah, man. Y'all know my favorite drop from MD though is ain't nothing better than a dark chocolate woman. But hey, so I don't know if MD will be on Wrestling with Reality this Wednesday because he probably is going to AEW Dynamite. But nevertheless, we will be there doing the wrestling show from that fantastic AEW show last night. But let's get into the main event that we came in here for. We're gonna talk about the pills, everybody. Yes, see, Keela just put the chat, Keela just put the link to Jaylen's channel in the chat. Y'all make sure and go over there and check it out. You also see that I shared the interview with him and Mike on the community page of the Straight Talk Society. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. YouTube is a big space. We're just a blip on the ass of YouTube, but there's enough watchers and viewers and everything for everybody. So ain't no hating over here. When Mike mentioned them to me, I'm like, hey, let's do it. Ain't no hating over here. I mean, it is what it is. So let's get into the main event of the show. I'm so glad that we got Wayne on here because I think Wayne and Jaylen going to disagree tonight. And young Kev going to disagree. I will do the Shahrazad Ali video next week. I did have it queued up. But here's a video that I wanted to play last week. And then we'll just kind of rock out from this because I know what Wayne's going to say about this guy already.
Manosphere content is created for and marketed to incels and damaged men. That's the target audience. And I know because I work in marketing and media. So I see the ad campaigns and the analytics behind the scenes. There is a lot of money being spent to promote this ideology. But see, most of the guys that gravitate to this type of content are mostly guys that either don't get women or guys that had traumatic experiences with women. So you get your heart broken, or you never got the attention that you wanted from women, and that trauma, when unresolved, turns into resentment and anger, right? So they go to the internet seeking answers in community, which the red pill space provides. But what happens is, instead of focusing on self-improvement to attract the women that they want, it becomes more about blaming or judging the women or arguing with the women. So what happens is, eventually these guys start to find joy in seeing women suffer or being humble. But guess what? You still don't have any bitches. So over time, a lot of these dudes become more and more resentful due to their unsuccessful dating attempts, and the content creators pushing this become even more extreme with their views in order to keep people watching. And so it's basically an easy way to monetize off the trauma and sexual frustration.
All right. So the good thing about me that y'all always know, if I don't know something about a topic, I'm gonna back away. So we got about 25 minutes to touch on this, because I do want to be out of here before 8. And I know Jaylen said he could only commit about 45 minutes to an hour. So, Mike, the reins is on you. The only thing I will say is let Kev talk first, because I just want to hear what Kev has to say.
First off,
I want to hear what Jaylen has to say, but go ahead.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, Jaylen, because
let the
you
guest go.
grinning. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so being more on the purple pill side, I gotta agree with some of the things that he was saying, because when it comes, I have to speak with personal experience. When I was dating in the beginning and I didn't understand women and stuff like that, I did go out and reach out to the internet to see, what did I do wrong? Why she not text me back? Different things like that. And I came across a lot of red pill content, and I started consuming a lot of it. And I did realize that I was bitter about a lot of the things I was dealing with in the dating scene or whatever. And so, but what they were saying made sense. But when I kept, watching and consuming that stuff all the time, I actually started to, it felt like it was feeding my bitterness. And so, I do feel like there's some truth in the red pill content. There's some stuff that talks about when it comes to female nature and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's definitely, it can open the eyes of guys, because a lot of guys have no idea what's going on, especially when it comes to modern women. Now, I do feel like it does feed a certain type of person if you're consuming a lot of it. If you look in the comments, look in the comment section of anything with, Just Pearly or Fresh and Fit. A lot of those guys that come in there, they're mad, they're upset. They, didn't have a lot of success with women, or they just feel some type of way against women from past things they dealt with. So I do feel like the red pill content has some truth in it, and I feel like it can help men to see what's going on and to be aware. And the whole thing is, you're supposed to be getting better. You like, I did agree with what he said about, we should be doing better and becoming better, because then you'll attract the better women. A lot of the stuff that the red pill tricks and stuff, a lot of that works on lower tier women, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. I do feel that there is some truth in what he said there.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go next. Okay, I agree with him, and I actually had like a similar experience to where, like growing up in high school and middle school, my dad doesn't have game. He just like yells and he's mad Haitian, so he don't have game like that, except to like other Haitians. But with my dad, he's like mad all the time, and I just knew I didn't want to be like that. And I remember like me trying to figure out how to talk to women, how to talk to people in general. I would be on YouTube as well, I would run into people like Patrice O'Neill and like Tony Sotomayor, and people like that. And it was the same thing. Like I would be bitter at women as opposed to like understanding people in general, right? Everybody's gonna get on your nerves. Everybody's going to do something bad to you, but it's how you look at the situation and how you move on from that situation is to what I wasn't learning. So they teach a lot of tips and tricks on how to, like, you say this at the right time, and then you do this, you touch her here, you touch her there. They teach a lot of tricks, but they don't teach you how to be the guy that should get women. They don't teach you how to be the guy that women want to be in a relationship with. So once I found people like there's this YouTube channel called Simple Pickup, Dante Nero, Alan Roger Curry. It was like, okay, I need to be the guy who tells the truth. Like, if I want to sleep with a woman, I'm gonna let her know. Listen, I think you're pretty, and I think you find as hell, a booty looking right, tight. Let me cop a feel. She says cool. Hey, let's get it on. If she says no, I move on to the next chick. But with Red Pill, with like Fresh and Fit and stuff like that, their whole thing is like, oh, you're a thought because you do OnlyFans, and then next thing you know, they're online jerking off to their content. They're over here promoting the OnlyFans chicks, using money. Even though guys say, oh, you want me for my money, but you put money on the table. You say, let me take you out to dinner. You say, let me buy you this, let me buy you that, let me provide a lifestyle. And yeah, there's just tips and tricks. So that's my thing. I'm gonna let you guys go, but yeah, yeah, there's a lot of good things in it, but there's too many negatives to where I could promote it. So yeah, stop simping.
You know, it's funny, right? Because everything you mention that people should stop doing and you call it simping, you're the one that's actually simping. Like, first off, get off your dad's nuts.
I mean, oh my God, but go ahead.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first off, get off your dad's nuts. You've never seen your dad have game because you're his son. Why would he have game around you? That's one. Number two, the reason people make those shows about how to get these women is because not every man wants the relationship. They're teaching them how to get these women who aren't the type you want to be wifed with, how to get in their pants. That's what the show is for. These shows are not purporting to teach you how to get the right woman. They've never done that. I've never seen it. If you could find one, please do. You found the video of the hit. I would love to if you find this video of this. They're teaching you how to smash. They're not teaching you how to find the woman of your dreams. The only person that was trying to teach you how to get in a relationship or get married was Kevin Samuels, and you hated on him. The man,
Facts.
You feel me? The man was, if you listen to the videos, they're not talking to men that want to be with somebody. Those guys that want to be with someone are listening to strong men, or they're listening to women like Iyanla Vanzant or Lynn Toler. Those are the women you would listen to if you wanted to get a female's point of view, which I gotta tell you probably ain't the best, because the worst person to ask about women is women. Because, and here's another thing you miss, Kevin, women lie. Women lie. If you go back to the list I just did a little bit ago, and you remember what number 5 was, women just be talking. Because hold up, Nene told me not to say every. Most modern women say they want a man to lead. But what they don't tell you is that they don't want you to lead them. They just want you to lead and have the world see you being bossy, and then them next to you so they can be bossy next to you. That's what they want. Because any woman that wants to be led would follow. These women, their personalities are the antithesis of following. They can't even imagine being told that, baby, that skirt is too short. That's the problem. You can't follow someone if you don't, you can't lead someone if you don't know how to follow. Everyone knows that. And you can't follow if you choose to be arrogant and angry. It doesn't work like that. So all the stuff you're talking about is actually simping. Because I guarantee you have never, and I'm putting this out in the ethos, you have never walked to a woman and said, hey girl, your booty looking chunky, your body looking tight, can I smash? And it worked. It doesn't work. You see how Jaylen laughing? Exactly. It doesn't work. You can't do that because women love to say, oh, I wish a guy was honest with me. I wish he would just tell me what he wants. No, they don't. Because if you tell them what they want, you know what they're going to say? I can't believe he just came at me and thought I was easy like that. Oh my God. No. And I'm talking about thoughts too, because thoughts want to be lied to as well. A thought wants you to tell her that she's not a thought and she's okay and she's a good girl inside and she's only thoughting because of something that happened and no, boo-boo, you just a thought. And he gonna tell you whatever it takes to get in them draws. And then hold on, what is another thing you said? You said you're telling her because she has an OnlyFans she's a thought? Yes. 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 But the guy's still looking at her and still paying. Yes. Back in the day, the porno girls, they were thoughts. We still watch them. On my last top 10, we talked about number 2, Superhead. Is she a thought? Yes. Do people still try to hit? Yes. She's attractive and has a vagina. That's what they're gonna do. What world are you living in? I don't even know. All right, I don't want to take up all the time. Go ahead, Wayne. My bad. Kevin just be talking that nonsense.
Well, so I want to say this, right? And to the guest, what he was saying about good things and bad things. And Kev said it too. So what's interesting to me is like when you guys talk about red pill or the manosphere, it's like as in life, you don't understand the saying, you chew the meat and spit the bones out. You do that with politics, you do that with your diet, you do that with entertainment, right? So I'm not saying that in the red pill space there isn't some bad content out there, but there's great content as well. There's great content that's out there that teaches men about self-improvement, teaches men about self-growth, and also teaches men about understanding female nature to help them and be better in relationship. Because if you don't understand female nature, then you won't be better in a relationship with a female. So again, I just don't understand this whole thing where it's like people look at red pill spaces and just say, oh, it's all about men who are jealous and he can't get booty. And everybody kind of use their own personal experiences. So I'll use mine. I'm a part of the Black Manosphere. I've never had a problem with getting women. Never. Period. So there you go. So again, there are men that are part of those spaces that never had a problem with getting women. Kev, you mentioned Patrice O'Neal. He was in a 10-year relationship, bro, with a woman, a beautiful woman at that.
And she still repped him and he been dead.
She still reps him, period, and wanted to marry him.
Yep.
So again, man, like it's and one of the guys who I consider one of the top great master teacher, Patrice O'Neal, at the end of the day. And then you mentioned Dante Nero. I mean, how could you down Patrice O'Neal but elevate Dante Nero? They like kind of the same. I mean, it's just a different speed, in my opinion. I mean, and I don't even think you follow Dante Nero old stuff. I mean, he switched it up a little bit now, but it's just my thing with this whole red pill space, man. It's just like, they're just incels, guys that can't get sex and they're mad and they're bitter. And look, there is a percentage of men that's in that space that's like that. Fair enough. But majority of it is all about, here it is. At the end of the day, I'll sum it up for this. It's like this here. If you follow football, okay, it's like now women are running a spread offense. And a lot of men are still running a 5-2 defense. And what red pill or the Black Manosphere is telling you, yo, you got to run the fucking zone nickel defense. Okay, you got to get out of the 5-2 defense because they're scoring touchdowns on you. They get the first down. You can't stop them. So change your game up for the good. Yes, get healthier, get your money right, get your mind right. Understand when they full of shit and learn how to walk away. Understand what not to deal with, what to deal with. Pay attention. Period. That's really what the manosphere is about. Look, man, especially the men that I follow, they're never telling men to stay away from women, period. Don't have sex, stay away from relationships, stay away from marriages. Be careful about it, be diligent about it, be calculated. Like here's my thing with guys like Kev. What is wrong with Black men being calculated? I do not get it. You just want Black women to be calculated with how they date, with how they get money, with how they see politics. You encourage black women to be calculated, but as soon as black men get on a microphone and start talking about being calculated on how they approach women, how they deal with women, how they deal with themselves and their thinking, putting themselves first, it's a problem. It just kills me. I'll land right there.
Hey, Mike, let me. I'm gonna pause the time real quick because y'all know we got the live chat over here. I got to read some of these comments. MD says, "Oh man, this show is a precursor to the debate." Ricardo's asking, "Did we watch the movie?
Correct.
Did we watch the Will Smith movie Hitch?" Moon Goddess said, "Okay, Mike.
What was she talking about?
Mike. Okay,
What did I
we
say?
see you." I don't know. These are a lot of comments, so I had to go all the way up. Somebody named Dark and Leilani, peace to you. So he's defending these type of videos, so I asked her to clarify, and she said the dude talking about the Manosphere giving videos on how to smash. Ricardo says again, Lil Kev has to be taught the game of seduce and conquer. Bone says, trust me, y'all don't want to know what we be thinking. Absolutely. The political prophet amongst men, MD, says, hold up. Are y'all trying to make a distinction between these subsections? Question. Is it all under the moniker of the Manosphere? That's the you, Wayne. Hold on. Oh, God, MD going crazy now. As with any other group that exudes desperation, there will always be grifters.
Yo, I hate Monday with MD.
All right, I'm going to start the time back, but Wayne, address that comment from MD.
Hold on, let me read it.
Monday MD is the worst.
No. Like I said, you got to learn how to speak. And with anything, you chew the meat to spit the bone out. And that's with anything. So I'll leave it right there because I don't want to get into too much of the debate.
So what's purple pill?
That's on you, Jaylen.
Right.
So purple pill, think of it as a mixture of blue pill and red pill. You know, combining those two colors, you get purple. And what that is you got the mentality, you got the knowledge of red pill, you know what women are capable of, you know what they can do, you know their mind games and stuff like that. And you know what to do, you know how to see when they're on BS, you know when to walk away. You got a standard for yourself and you're all about improving and becoming better. So you know your value as a man, you know when to walk away, just even if she's beautiful, any of that kind of stuff. Now, when with red pill, a lot of times, a lot of the guys, not all of them, but a lot of them don't want relationships. They just want to smash. They want to have a 5-girl rotation. Hey, that's cool if that's what they want to do. Now, with the purple pill, it's like you got the two tendencies. You got the understanding of the red pill, but you got the blue pill is, I feel like it's a little bit more the naive. You don't really understand the female nature. You're putting the woman first. She's on the pedestal. You're doing all the things that they say to do. Buy her the flowers and do this, open the doors for women that don't really deserve it. Now, those things are okay if this woman is worthy of it. But the problem is a lot of blue pill guys don't really see that a lot of the women that they're dealing with are not worth it. So when you're combining the red and blue pill, you're getting the purple. So yeah, you know when to walk away, you know your value, and you want a relationship, but you know how to scan the room. You know how to see what it is what these women are about. You can see past the looks, and you still want to have a relationship, but you're not going to be dumbfounded about it. You know what I'm saying? So I think purple pill is more of a balance of the two. Because when I used to watch a lot of the red pill content back in the day, a lot of the guys that were just starting off, you can tell they were just straight out of like a breakup or been played by a woman, and they're bitter. And so they always, don't date, don't get into a relationship, just smash all of them and then send them home. That's what a lot of the guys I used to watch would say. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that, because I've seen some really good ones too, but that's pretty much what purple pill is, the combination of the both.
Okay, I actually like that pill. I would say I'm purple pill.
No, sir. We do not accept you. We want no parts of you, sir. You stay in your blue lane. We don't want you. No, thank you.
You're black pill.
No way.
Apparently.
No, sir. I'm purple pill. We don't want you.
You sound like Dr. Pill. Dr. Pill. Never mind.
Was that really the best joke you come up with? Really?
That's all I got.
Hey, real quick, because Jaylen just broke down the purple pill. So I get that, and I'm figuring Wayne is red pill. Explain this blue and black. Somebody just let me explain this blue and black.
Hold on. I'm not red pill though.
Oh,
I'm too
you're
far in
not.
the game to be red. No, I'm not. I'm too far in the game to be red pill. I understand it though. I just
Okay,
I
hold on,
understand.
Wayne.
Wait.
Explain this to me because I don't know the structure here. Like what? I don't know the structure.
So red pill, so blue pill is that you have no idea what's going on, like the guest said. I want to. What's your name, bro? Because I want to. I want to make sure I say your name. I want to just keep saying your guess. What is it?
Yeah, my name is Jaylen.
Jaylen. Yeah, I'm horrible with names, bro. But forgive me.
It's all good.
But just like Jaylen said, there's levels. So blue pill is kind of like you don't know what's. It's like again the Matrix. When you watch the Matrix, it's like you don't know what's going on. You're not aware of anything. You know, when it comes to women, you're oblivious. You're simping. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand women's nature, and you're just getting played or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then the red pill is kind of yeah, exactly. But anyway, then red pill is kind of like you being woken up to reality, right? And it's like the movie with Neo when he took the red pill and Neo was explaining the reality of it is he was just like, what the hell is this? He was throwing up. He was out of his mind. Because he couldn't understand what was going. It all hit him at one time. And a lot of times that does come with anger because it's like, and see, this is what I'm saying. Like when God, it's like when I hear and no, I'm not talking about any particular man on this panel, but or in the chat. It's just for me. It's just sometimes like it's like when I hear men talk about red pill, it's like yeah, but you don't understand yourself as a man. It's kind of like when you come in a red pill. It's like what? I've been doing it all wrong. You mean to tell me that? You know what I'm saying? And of course, sometimes it's met with anger, right? I mean, how do you lose weight in the gym? You get tired of being called fat. You get tired of being picked on, and you get angry, you get frustrated, and that's in its motivation to get better. And you work it, and you go in the gym, and you take it out on the gym. So a lot of times, and I even heard a guy say this one time in the lecture. He was like, "Yo, if you can't." Sometimes to get better at something or something where you want to push yourself and get better, you have to meet it with anger. So a lot of times that's what the red pill is, and that's what you hear a lot of times when you hear guys are just shouting and mad because they angry. So for me, right? For me, like we do women, we give women that space to shout and scream and be frustrated. That's where you get the Oprah Winfrey platforms. That's where you get Sally Jessree Raphael's. That's where you get the Ricky Lakes platforms. All those platforms was women shouting, saying, I am tired of men, or my frustration with men, and this and that. And we allow women, black women, in particular, to have that space where they can scream and shout their frustration. And that's where those shows came from. That's how those shows got popular. Now we have red pill content, we have black male media, we have black male spaces that's basically doing the same thing. So that's why I understand it, right? Now, I'm not saying that I agree with a lot of some of the things that they say, but I do agree with a lot of it too. But I also understand it as a man. And that's my problem when I hear black men criticize red pills. Like, you don't have no fucking empathy for black men. Excuse me for
That's
the
two.
F-bomb. It's like, what? It's
two.
like, where I owe you. Where's the empathy, right? Where's the understanding you as a black man? You know what I'm saying? That there are some men that comes in the phase of being frustrated, but I wouldn't consider myself red pill. I'm more purple pill as well. And for me, purple pill is just like what Jaylen said. Also, it's like you have the knowledge of red pill, you understand blue pill, and you just what it is, you accept it for what it is, you accept reality of the stage of where women are, and you move according to your best interest first. Not saying you stay away from women, not saying you don't marry women. It's just that you just calculated on how you choose women now. You calculated on how you eat, you calculated on how you manage your money, you calculated on everything now. You're not just, again, I go back to society and women are running a spread offense, and you stand in a 5-2 defense, and now motherfuckers, they just throwing touchdowns on you. Yeah, Trev, I gotta light up that cash out.
Yo, aggressive Wayne is my favorite.
Okay, since everyone's purple pill here, let me ask a question for all three of y'all.
Except you. Okay.
Sure, and your beard's crusty. But anyways, so let me ask y'all this. Okay, so what is y'all's approach when it comes to asking for sex and asking for a relationship? Do you believe in telling the truth and being upfront, or do you believe in manipulating and or lying? Jaylen.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, for me, if you want a relationship, I feel like you need to be honest about that. Now, it depends on what type of woman you're looking for, because like what a lot of the red pill says is you never ask for a relationship. You let the woman ask for the relationship. You just date her and have sex and do all these things until she gets to the point of where she wants to be with you. Now, the problem I have with that is when you're with a good woman that actually values herself and values a relationship, she's gonna want you to be a leader and say, what's up? Like, do you want more? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So, and as for the sex, I don't think you should ever ask for sex. I think, when you got the seduction down and you have the vibe down and all that kind of stuff, the sex is just gonna happen. She's gonna let you know. You won't have to ask her anything. So, that's kind of how I look at it is, yeah, if you want a relationship, you need to be honest about it. Don't, if this is a good woman now, if you're one to like mess around with some of these like modern women that aren't really serious about that type of thing, then you need to really be able to discern the difference. So that's kind of what I would say about it.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm not purple pill no more. Never mind. But I want to hear Mike and MD though. Or not
Well,
MD.
hold on.
Jaylen.
Hold on, because there was two questions for Jaylen. And I want to get them before we go. Ricardo says, is there a difference between the value of self-worth
That's a good question, actually. Because I mean, I look at self-worth as how you see yourself, how you value yourself as far as your perspective of you and your view of you. And so when you're gonna have a lot of self-worth, you're gonna do things that are going to make it so that you value yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to do things that's going to devalue yourself. Value can be, I think value can kind of be subjective. It's a little bit different, but when it comes to self-worth, that's you, that's yourself, that's how you view yourself. I think people can value you as to what you play, what role you play in their life. They might value you going by what role you play, even though that's not your actual value, if that makes sense. So that's why I feel like self-worth is very important, because that's for you and that's your personal view of yourself.
And Ricardo also asked Jaylen, so what happens when the player falls in love after the jump off?
Hey man, it's a casualty of war. Sometimes you fall in love, that sometimes you meet a good one that, stands out from the rest of them. It's possible. I see it happen all the time, and it happened with me too. Before, when I used to try to be a player and stuff like that, I would fall for one. It happens. So I mean, you just got to roll with the punches if it does. A lot of guys are not planning to fall in love, but it's a part of the game. It can happen, and a lot of times it will when you least expect it.
Yeah, Mike, I backed the time back up to like 10 minutes because we rolling, and I don't want to leave anything. So y'all got it. I just these comments be flying. The last thing that was fantastic from MD, he said Wayne said he has transcended time and space and has become one with the Manosphere. I just thought that was a fantastic comment.
Is that MD giving me props, or what's going on?
Yeah, I just did. That was a fantastic comment, but you got it, Mike.
That's what's up, MD. Shout out to you anyway, man.
Hey, I wanna let people understand something. Let me get my camera on. I need y'all to understand something. Wu-Tang, Wakanda, you know what it is. I don't know who Kevin would have you believe that red pill means lying to women, and there's always charlatans in any movement. We talk about feminism and what it's supposed to be. Feminism was supposed to be women wanting to be treated better. And then it became man-hating. the LGBTQ started out as, we want y'all to stop hurting us, stop killing us, and stop telling us that we're subhuman. And now it became, you must do what we say. You know what I mean? It's the way things are. Red pill is all about your mind being opened to what's happening. If you saw the movie
That's
Matrix,
it. Period.
you know that's all it is. You saw the movie The Matrix. He said you can take the blue pill and we'll put you back in the Matrix where you can live in foolishness and lie to yourself and continue, or you can take the red pill and I can show you the truth. That's all red pill means. Now, there's always going to be charlatans and people who try to get over. This is to ladies and Kevin, because that's basically the same thing. Nah, that was too far. I'm just playing. But anyway, this is to you ladies. If a man is trying to make moves and tricks and whatever, that ain't the guy you want. Okay? Even men who are red pill and consider themselves red pill can be good men. It's about where their mind is and where their heart is. Okay? I am a purple pill man because I see the truth and I acknowledge the truth, but I also know that there has to be some softness. I also know I can't run up to a chick and go, hey, you full of... I can't do that. I do that here because this is free space. The only person who's going to see it here is Tequila and Moon Goddess, and ain't that one of them trying to give me none, so I don't really care what they, except for Keela, you know, it's love mom. But, you know, she married. I ain't trying to sleep with either one of them. You know what I mean? So it don't really matter if I say it here. I'm free and I can be open. But in real life, I'm not running up to people going, hey, heifer, you know you lying. You just be... okay, I got to take that back. I do go to women and tell them that you just be talking. I do that. But that's because of who I am, and I'm abrasive, and it is what it is. But I'm not rude. Any woman that's been on the phone with me for more than an hour will tell you it's a wonderful time talking to me. And this isn't like a Michael's the best, even though I am right. But women need to get out of their minds that red pill means evil, and men need to get out of their minds that every woman wants their money. It's not like that. I understand that's what the media will tell you. I understand that's what these idiots will tell you. Women, Wayne, I apologize in advance. Women, for the most part, good women, they want the provider, they want the safety, they want the respect, the love. Okay? Now, there's things that come along with that kind of cloudy it, because providing doesn't mean the guy has to make 10 figures, right? That's what has been skewed. It used to be take care of me and the family. Now it's become, I want to be able to sit under you and be an extra child where I can do whatever it is I want to do, and you'll go make all the money and handle all the responsibilities. That's the modern women. That's the problem. If you're thinking, men, if you're thinking that a modern woman is going to be what you need, you're wrong already. These modern women, they don't want you. That's why men are running to other countries. They don't want you. Let them go. Women, if you're looking for these guys, oh, you want your futures and you want they want you, but they don't want all of you. They just want parts of you. They want that bottom triangle under your waist, and that's it. Or the circle above your head, your neck. They want that. That's it. So if you're actually looking for love and happiness, you need to find it in yourself and then look for the good in other people. Stop going off these, oh, they told me that I need to find a man who's 6 feet tall. Why? You're 5'4". Go. There's a guy who treats you like an angel that's 5'9". Give him a chance. Guys, oh, this girl, she's really nice to me, but all these women are whores. No, they're not. Calm down, bro. Relax. Everybody calm down, take a breather, make fun of Kevin, and move on with your day and start smashing and be nice to each other. How about that? That's all I got to say. I'm done.
So for me, it's with the whole thing with the red pill space is that
You got Wayne still there? Oh, there you go. All right, go ahead.
My philosophy leans more towards
Hey Wayne, you got kicked out for a little bit, so just start again. Oh man, hold on. Dark and Leilani says, but yet y'all are hell bent against feminism, but Manosphere still should be remembered for its grassroots. Dark and Leilani, if you want to come up here, you know women are always welcome on the panel on the Straight Talk Society. MD says there's no conspiracy that women are taking over the world. Demographics change based on circumstance. Y'all just upset that for the first time in human history, the demographic is gender based. Oh man,
Did anyone say anything about women taking over the world?
What in the world that came
Did you
from?
hear?
Where did that come from?
Yo, I
Where did
think
that
him
come
and Kevin
from?
are texting, and Kevin
Bro,
is texting
where
him the
did
stuff
that
he
come
wanted to
from,
say.
though? Where did that come from, bro?
All
And
that
Dark and
anger from the
Leilani,
purple pill.
no, please. Dark and Leilani, what are you talking about? I literally sat here and said the essence of the origins of feminism was women being treated better. I literally said that. So what are you talking
Sorry,
about?
sir. Don't beat me up.
Leilani, the link is in the chat. We do give women top billing over here if you do want to come on. Go ahead, Wayne. Hey, and Mike, I'm working on a debate, man. So you gotta I'm clicking between screens.
I got you. Go ahead, Wayne.
Nah, so for me, like I say, I understand red pill. I understand the space. I understand, and again, it's I know what to take and what not to take. You know what I'm saying? But I just understand it because as a man, we've all been there. I just don't understand men who criticize it in a very tough way. It's like, wow, as a man growing up as a young boy, like, I mean, some of the experience that you dealt with, a lot of stuff that you wasn't taught with women, as far as the culture taught you to be this, give her everything she wants and she'll give this back to you. It's like then you find out you're being lied to. Of course you'll be upset. But again, but I want to say this, and I'll land. This is why my philosophy is more so with Patrice O'Neal. This is why I consider him one of the best, the top, because he was in a relationship with a woman that he loved, but yet he understood, even though she's a good woman, at the end of the day, she's still a woman. She's a female. So there's still, in a relationship with the woman that you love, you still have to understand the woman's nature and still have to move a certain way, even in your relationship, for your relationship to be successful. That's where I be coming from when I'm talking to men or they asking me a question about women. I'm not saying hate women. I'm not saying don't marry them. I'm not saying don't be in a relationship with them. I'm just saying be mindful and understand that at the end of the day, they're still female and they still have their nature, whether they're a good woman or they're a bad woman. They still have their nature at the end of the day, and you got to understand how to regulate yourself and sometimes their behavior in a relationship, period. If you want to have a successful relationship, I'm in a relationship. I know everybody, I hear all this, I get on this panel and I speak a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm in a relationship with a woman who wants to marry me. You understand? So again, at the end of the day, like I said, I just move towards Patrice philosophy, man. That's it. That's why I want to land.
So we got 30 seconds. So appreciate Jaylen for coming up here. So at the end of the day, there's only one truth, and we're in a society that confuses you, so it's kind of hard to find it. But just keep in mind, at the end of the day, life is working for you, not against you, right? There's always a lesson to be learned, and when it comes to you being a man, when it comes to you being a woman, a human being in general, you got to love yourself to want better for yourself. So it's how bad do you want your life to be? Do you want your life to be easy and simple, where you tell the truth, where you improve yourself, or do you just go out life being angry and taking that on people? So it's how you want to do it.
Go ahead, Jaylen, get the last word.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all having me on. It's been great. I wanted to piggyback on what both of y'all just said. I do feel that there's some good truths in the red pill, and I like you said, there's people that want to be in relationships in both sides. Now I feel that as long as everybody is doing the thing that we all need to be doing, which is improving yourself, and taking accountability for whatever issues it is that you have. Because that's the thing. That's how I fixed myself, was the red pill originally. That's how I realized my, needy behaviors and things that was turning women off and all these types of things I started to see. So I did get what I needed to learn from that. And so that's kind of what you were just saying when it comes to learning. Learn what you need to learn from anything, whether it be a win or a loss, because even losses aren't really losses, they're lessons. So anytime when it comes to dating, relationships, life, anything, make sure that you're taking what you need to take from the experience and use that to grow, because you can literally you could take some experience from anything, any type of experience that you have. So that'll be my last words there. Everybody that's watching, if you're blue pill, red pill, purple, black, whatever, as long as you're improving yourself and take accountability for what you need to do, life's going to improve, point blank.
Appreciate you,
Beautiful
Jaylen, man.
point, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming.
For sure.
Hey,
Makes sense.
Jaylen, before you go, so you get a taste of the wackiness that goes on over here on the Straight Talk Society. You got a open door, revolving door whenever you want to come over. And hell, who knows? Maybe you could have the man with the greatest beard on YouTube come to your channel and we could just chop it up. Because I think we gotten into this game kind of around the same time. I entered in 2020. So we could always do some cross promotion. Like I said, there's enough dollars out here for everybody. And speaking of dollars, YouTube just hit this video with an ad suitability claim, which I am just so over this right now. I don't know what we said in this video that would cause them to hit this video before it even goes off air. Normally they wait until it's done, but whatever. Nevertheless, hey, thanks. Shout out to Mike for bringing you over here. We're always, again, this is what we do, man. Men finally getting the opportunity to get the word out, to tell their truths. That's the unfortunate side. Nobody ever want to hear black men speak, but over here, it is our reality. We do every kind of show possible on this channel, but this is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society, mainly because this is a show where I push everything out. Like whatever's going on this channel, you're going to find out about it on this show, which is why I call it the flagship show of the channel. But man, you were a welcome addition to it. I appreciate you coming over. I did subscribe to your channel. Y'all make sure and subscribe to Jaylen's channel. Check out his other content. And yeah, man, I appreciate you coming over, man. You help steer this show. I was able to get some work done. You and Mike, you always get Wayne fired up when we do these type of topics. Hopefully you come back and make sure and check out that debate March 25th, Wayne and MD by the Manosphere. That's just going to be fantastic. I mean, my goodness. Hell, just check out the debate, the mini debate last week with young Kev and Mike. That was great, even though it was an obliteration, but you learn sometimes from getting beat up. Like sometimes you learn from, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had to hold an L at some point. And young Kev took his L nice, but we gonna groom it. I don't like to say the word groom, but we gonna train him. We gonna train him and we'll get him on the right track.
I won't.
Hey man, thank y'all for having me on, man.
No doubt.
Real quick, what's your YouTube channel?
Boy, I said like 15 times.
It's called
more than one.
It's called Elevated Minds. You can find it on YouTube. It's Elevate with the 8 instead of an A.
And Keela just put the link in the chat, Kev. Just look, the link is right in the chat, like the 5th comment up.
You see that? You got to get one of those, Jaylen, because Tequila's amazing.
Yeah, best moderator, man. I don't know how I do a lot of this stuff without her controlling this chat, man. Like it is when she's not here, then it's like, oh my goodness, especially on Thursdays. That's the hardest thing on Thursdays, because that's the Bible debates and those guys get crazy. And then I had to try to do this and I had to do this. I had to set their timers. Yeah, it's insane. You got to have your good moderator. All you need is one, and you'll be good.
And she's part of the Mike is Right community, so you know she's awesome.
Hey, let's go.
You know what I mean? All right, it's 8:06.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch Monday Night Raw, man. Y'all
yeah,
go.
it's time for us to sign off. My moderator's got to go hang with his girl. You know what I'm saying? His favorite girl in the world, and I got to go check mine's homework. She just had a birthday party this weekend. Everybody show some love to my baby again.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. I got to go do some homework. I have a 98 in the class. Look at me acting like I actually do homework. It's so weird. But thank you for coming over. I appreciate you for being on my show. Let me on your show. Thank you for coming over to our show. It's fantastic. I hope you can have the man with the second best beard on television because you already had the man with the best. You know what I'm saying? Nah, my beard trash. But that's not the point. It's not the point.
Hey, we got to. We got to do it. We got to do it, man.
Big facts.
Let me know.
I got plans. I want to have. Well, I'm not gonna put it out in the atmosphere. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. But yeah, man, I love the crossover. Next time, have like a turquoise and then fade it into purple, and then you can have that color.
Light strip. Okay,
you feel me? Okay. My boy ain't no joke.
Okay,
that's my dog. Yes, sir. See, I bring nothing, but I bring the new hotness.
I'll have one for next week.
He on Amazon right now.
Now I have one for next week.
Hey, let's go. We gotta get the spectrum.
Come on, son. All right, everybody, it's time to give us our goodbyes. Trevor has to go watch his wrestling. I gotta go be an adult, which is trash. So I think we should start with Kevin because the show's always better when we get Kevin out of here first.
Oh Lord. The first some witty. Anyways. All right, my purple pill.
You can't say something witty. You have to say something witty.
I know, right? But yeah, good show. Nice meeting you, man. And Bomba Clad. I'm out.
You are not Jamaican.
I'm trying to put my peen in your ween. I don't know.
Yo, he need to say peen in your ween way more.
I'm trying to put my peen in your ween. I don't know.
Peen in your ween is hilarious. Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right, Big Wayne, go ahead and lead the Manosphere out of here.
Yo, great show. This is actually a 3-hour show, man. This one right here, it was fire. Jaylen, bro, appreciate you, bro. You did amazing. Your content was amazing.
Thank you.
I will be subscribing to your channel. Much love to you. Best of wishes and luck to you, man. I hope that channel grows and grows the same as this one. Like I say, man, I think 2024 and on is the year of Black male content, period. And I'm out, man. And listen, if y'all in the sci-fi, go watch Doom Part 2. Must see, 10 out of 10. Y'all, everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, Wayne, I already downloaded it. I'm watching it tonight.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, let me know. Let me know how
I got you. Black Lion. That's my dog. Y'all don't understand. Wayne, my dog. Wayne is my spirit animal.
He's cool. Everybody was cool.
Oh, hey, I told you I wouldn't bring you anywhere that was whack. All right,
yeah, that's right.
You feel me? I don't even chill with whack people. Everybody in the chat get on my nerves, but they still my dogs. I don't deal with whack people. Jaylen, go ahead and sign out. Let everybody know how fly you are and boost your channel up. Talk to them.
Hey, man, y'all can catch me on Elevated Minds podcast. You can catch me on all the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm on all of them. I'm posting daily. So check me out. We're going to have new guests coming on. And then you can check the live I always got to, where me and you can check the live me and Mike did last week. People are still watching it. So yeah, check it out.
So you're Elevated Minds on IG also?
Yeah. It's called Elevated Minds Podcast. All one straight word on Instagram. Same thing for TikTok, and then Facebook is just my first and last name, but it's all on there too, though.
Well, Mike, I'm black and slow, so just send me the link to his IG. I see. Look at that. The Kilo just put. Oh my goodness, boy, Kilo don't be playing no damn games, boy. My
Bro,
goodness.
She fast.
one time I
Man.
said, one time I was like, man, I had this favorite baby picture, and she put it up. I was like, how you got my baby picture? Keelan done went through, she done hacked into my family.
She
Wow.
quick with it.
Keelan's a beast. She's a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I tell you something real quick about that. You joke about that. Last year for our wedding anniversary, me and Nene did a show together where we were talking about because it was our 10-year wedding anniversary. And we mentioned, I threw up a picture, like one of my favorite pictures from our wedding with our pastor that died a couple of years ago. Not even a week later, somebody was knocking at the door delivering that picture frame to us.
What?
I was like, man, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, you got to be kidding me. It's crazy. She's awesome, man. Her and her husband, man. Those my dogs, but those my dogs from like school, so it's all good the way, you know, we a family over here. It is like legit. Like I say, you can't get a mod stick over here if you've never been to my house. I mean, it is what it is. That's how it is.
See, Jaylen, that's why I need to get married so I can get in the group. They keep segregating me because I'm single. They don't let me. They only let Chalky in the group as a single person. Everybody else gotta have somebody. It's trash. No love. No love.
Oh, somebody said so.
Go ahead.
Expect you to come back to another time. Oh yeah. Hey, the sex light be banging.
Hey, twin. We might need to have him on our after dark stuff with them lights. Hey. We're gonna start. Me and Twin gonna do an after dark thing. We talk about the freak stuff.
Oh my God, both of y'all gonna do it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and my twin. All right. Hey. I'm just saying we gonna talk some ratchet stuff. Everybody out there, love. I rambled a little bit today. I was real busy, so I couldn't do the top 10 that I wanted, but I'm gonna try to get it bi-weekly. Hopefully you're entertained. Other than that, kick rocks and leave me alone. You know my name, and if you don't, then you ain't supposed to be talking to me anyway. Holla at your boy. Mike is right. You know what it is. All right.
Hey.
I'm gonna holla at y'all boys. Be easy.
All
Trevor,
right,
go ahead and
y'all.
take us out. Holla at your boy Jay. Hit the leave button. Let's get up out of here. Let Trevor do his solo beard man thing.
All right, fellas. Oh, well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of now Moon got it saying she's gonna be on After Dark. Okay, so we gotta I'm a totally what's the word, devolve myself from After Dark, so y'all can have it. We just got to come up with a time to do it. Y'all can have it. Y'all got it. I might actually just put it behind a paywall and say whoever, on members only can watch it. That might be what I do. But man, fantastic show, man. Shout out to Jaylen coming over, man, from Elevated Minds podcast. Y'all check out the show that he did with him and Mike. It was funny. Like, what's funny? Because I told Mike when I watched that show, I said, man, because we had these conversations, and I go back and I watch every single thing that we do. It doesn't matter what we do on this show. I always watch it. And I said, man, Mike, I said, now you being somewhere else and me listening to it, I said, boy, you drive all around the park. Mike, Jaylen asked Mike one thing, and Mike ended up taking the man all the way to West Africa, all the way back. And I'm like, damn, so when it's not over here, I could actually see it, because Mike will tell y'all, he has me to rein him in. Like, whenever I see him getting ready to go to outer space, I could always be like, come on. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. But I'm sitting there watching them, but they had a they had a fantastic conversation. Like I say, that's how Straight Talk Society podcast used to be, where it was just one-on-one, or it was just me talking. I prefer this better just because I don't have to carry the whole show all the time. I prefer this, but it does, when you're dealing with so many personalities, it does get a lot. But I love doing this more because I love the live aspect where the live chat is driving what we're doing. So I love that more. But man, shout out to Man Talk Monday crew, man. Fantastic. And Mike said it a couple of times. For y'all who think that we don't get along, that's crazy. Like, we actually we basically talk to each other every day, all day, a little too much. I might mention. Sometimes I had to mute. Sometimes I had to mute the group and be trying to get work done. Every time I'm trying to stop, I'm like, oh no, I got to read what they're saying. But yeah, this is a brotherhood. That's what we do over here. Is a brotherhood. Dr. Mia is coming back April 12th for the Straight Talk Sessions After Dark. I just put that back up on the channel, so I know Venkat will be happy because he was asking me the other day. He called me and asked me and said, "Hey, what's going on with Dr. Mia?" I'm like, "Hey, bro, I don't know. I don't know." So he's gonna be happy about that, man. Shout out to Venkat. Shout out to everybody in the Straight Talk Society, man, that makes this work. I always close my podcast out with, "Hey, I'm just a man with the microphone. You got the women to pour your heart out." I mean, it is literally everybody moves in their own lane and they do their own thing. And I'm just here for the ride, man. When we decided to do this, it was scary, but it was fun at the same time because I'm like, okay, I'm leaving the umbrella of somebody else and I'm going to come do this by myself. But it's no looking back now. The merch, I think what we're waiting for on the merch is just to get the shipping down pat. We have the shirts, as you can see, the Straight Talk Society shirt that I have on that I wear on all the shows. They come in different colors. The hoodies came. I got a hoodie. My daughter got a hoodie, and my wife's gonna get like a crop top hoodie. So we will be modeling those soon. Hey man, just support the channel any way you can. The channel memberships are only $1.99, and I mean it literally just pays for the production of the channel because we try to do everything top notch over here. But to me, just liking and sharing and subscribing to the channel is great. We hit 2K subscribers, so I'm really, really happy about that. Started with like 10 subscribers last year. Now we're last year March. Now we're up to 2K. So I'm really happy about that. The channel is growing. The numbers on the shows consistently go up. So it's a marathon. It is a marathon because sometimes I'm like, man, this show should have did better than what it did, but it's a marathon. It's a marathon. But y'all make sure and tune in to Tape Fist Politics. That is a show that I need everybody to show up for. Tape Fist Politics. Tape Fist Politics. I'm waiting for somebody to show me a better political show on YouTube than what they do. Nobody can show me. You damn sure can't find a better wrestling show than what we do on Wednesday. That's out of the question. But there's not a better political show on YouTube than Tape Fist Politics. I need you guys to check that show out. Venkat puts in tireless amounts of hours on that, like with all the videos and things that he pulls. I shoot from the hip. Y'all know that. With me, I literally just shoot from the hip. If there's certain things people send me, like Ricardo is like the top on my production team for Man Talk Monday. Ricardo will send me like 100 videos, and I may not be able to check them right then and there, but when I do check them, I'm like, oh man, this is good. Let me do this. Let me do this. My cousin Kevin, they just send me these videos at random, and I don't even have to say anything to them. I'm just like, oh man, then they see it on Mondays. It is what it is. Hey, you always give credit where credit's due. I'm just the man with the microphone. I'm the man with the microphone. And it is what it is. So with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself. I can't wait for the politics to set. Yeah. That show will make Venkat uncomfortable. Because whenever I start talking like that, he always be like, oh boy. But nevertheless, that's coming up. I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Tape Fist Politics tomorrow night. Until then, peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.